Welcome to the greatest one-man show in the history of mankind. This is the Dusty Smith Show. Why am I so dark? God damn it. Fucking already started off badly. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you for joining me. We missed last night's show because it was Labor Day. And you guys know me, if there's one thing I want to celebrate, it's hard work. It's a true story. Dusty works harder than anybody else in the whole fucking world, according to me. I need to fix the thing a little bit. That's okay, I guess. Let me see. I need to turn my filter up, which filters out my green screen because it's down a little bit. Let me turn it up a little bit. Where the fuck is the filters at? Where the fuck is the filters at, Dusty? I just upgraded my OBS, and it's all fucky. Where the fuck did I move the filters to? Whatever. Fuck this goddamn bullshit. It ain't working right. It's okay. I don't give a fucking shit. Anyway, I do care, though. I really do care. I'm just lying. Where the fuck is the filters at, motherfucker? I see copy filters, paste filters. Where the fuck the filters move to? I will destroy everything you find holy, motherfucker. Are you goddamn kidding me? Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Okay. Where the fuck the filters at now? On this motherfucker. Okay. I don't even know, dude. Okay, well, I gotta relearn OBS, apparently, because I've upgraded it. And now the fucking filters are moved to the goddamn wrong place. So, whatever, universe. Suck a dick in a bad way. Anyway, folks. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. This show doesn't count. It's a Tuesday show. Who gives a fuck? Oh, anything goes. Anything goes. Dusty? Does Dusty really care? I do, to be honest with you. I am very sensitive about the show, and I want everything to be perfect. So, didn't do the show yesterday because I got invited to the cookout. Now, I know you guys probably don't know this because I never talked about it, but I'm the only white dude in an all minority neighborhood. I think so. I used to be an only white dude in an all black neighborhood, but I think a couple of Mexican folks moved in next door. So no longer fucking Mexicans, god damn it. Ruined it for me. Anyway, so when you're the only white dude in an all black / Mexican neighborhood and you get invited to the cookout, you got to go to the cookout, right? I didn't really have a choice, folks. This has bothered me. All right, I'm just going to have to fix this. Let's scoot this up so you can't even see that motherfucker. Yeah, way better. Fuck you, thing. Anyway, so I couldn't take pictures because, you know, I would be a fucking giant weirdo if I just was like, hey, can I take pictures of all you motherfuckers? And they'd be like, why? And I'd be like, I have a show and I want to show everybody how I was hanging out with minorities on Labor Day so I can seem like I'm super cool. And they would be like, dude, really? And I'd be like, really? And we can go. So instead of taking pictures, I just got artificial intelligence and I told it to recreate me out there playing cornhole with my neighbors. And I went to Midjourney, which is what I was going to use, and apparently the word cornhole is banned. What the fuck? I guess that's sexual, you cornholing people? I wasn't being sexual with anybody. So anyway, I went to Stable Diffusion, which lets you just fucking do anything. You don't care if it's porn or not. And I was like, Stable Diffusion, create me an image of a white guy with white hair and a white beard playing cornhole with his African-American neighbors. And it nailed it, I gotta say. Here I am, out there, according to Stable Diffusion, playing cornhole with my neighbors, and just nailed it. AI knows exactly what I look like. Can't get any better. This one actually kind of looks like me a little bit, minus the fro hair, the perm it gave me, but it kind of looks like my face a little bit. And this does not look like my neighbor, but it's fine. I'll take it. Here I am again, Grandpa Dusty, out there playing fucking cornhole with motherfuckers. Here I am. I don't even know what this is. That ain't cornhole, but that's definitely me. Could tell by the white hair. And here I am. I don't even know what we do. We throwing the cornhole at each other. The wrong thing. That is not the part that you're supposed to be throwing. So anyway, nailed it. AI. And so folks, I was out there playing the cornhole, and I never played cornhole before. I don't know why. Never had an opportunity. So I had to learn it on the spot. But you guys know me. I'm fucking smart as shit. I'm like one of them savants, them idiot savants things. And I got a real high IQ. Like my IQ was like almost 100. Almost. Like the top of the IQ scale. Like 99 IQ. high. So I used my 99 IQ and I had the cornhole and I was like, okay, I got to calculate everything, the math perfectly to throw this cornhole. And of course, I did it and I calculated all the shit and I threw the cornhole. Long story short, I lost miserably, got my ass whooped, not good at the cornhole, apparently. So, oh well, what you gonna do? But it was a fun time and didn't hate on it, had some good food. Spicy, of course. I brought the potato salad, mayonnaise only, no salt, no pepper. It was the hit of the party. We all know that's true. So that's what I did. Hope you guys had a good Labor Day. Let's go ahead and start the show because we got it going. Got a nice size religious bullshit. Long, should watch. That's some beyond parody. But go ahead and open your hymnals to page 1, motherfuckers, because it's time. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Everybody, it's time for religious bullshit. Hell yeah, as always. And gotta start us off with hate preachers, like there's any fucking other type. No love like Christian love. So just a little bit there. Better. Perfect. Boom, did it. Amazing, Dusty. And so another one of these hate preachers, same dudes we've seen over and over before. I don't know why this motherfucker removed this video, but they got merit. So yoink. Work around MAGA Taliban says doctors who provide abortions to gay people should be executed. Same shit, different day. Let's have a look.
Criminals are getting away with a lot of things because of just sheer numbers. They're just
already going bad. Work, motherfucker. What are you doing? Come on. You got to be fucking kidding me. Already with this bullshit?
Things because of just sheer numbers. They're just.
What are you doing? What are you doing to me, bullshit? Motherfucker! I will destroy universes! You have no idea who you're fucking with, goddammit! Alright, let's skip that, motherfucker. Fuck you! I didn't want to play your ugly ass anyway with your bullshit homophobic hate. Anyway, it's been a long time since I've been to church, and it's weird, even weirder than I remember, and the imagery, super violent. Let's have a look at Henry Schaefer.
Then you take the Bible.
Take the Bible, all right. You didn't take it very long.
Which is a sword.
It's not, it's a book, an ancient book of fairy tales.
I know some people don't even have enough faith to do this.
I don't have any faith.
He's invisible. You take the sword of the Spirit and you say, you hear me, mind control? I cut you, look here, all the way up to the hub.
Ow.
You cut them up far enough, they don't grow back.
You gonna cut his head off?
You cut them down here, that's what you've been doing.
They won't grow
cut
back
them up to the
hub either. They die.
All the way around.
All the way around.
You sever this spirit off like this here in the spirit realm. Then you reach up to the top of his head and you...
What's with the balloons?
You do this here. You hear me mind controlled?
No.
I pull you out of his mind.
It can't respond.
Out of his will.
It does not have
out of his emotions. Pornography, you have no hold over him.
Yes,
you understand
it
me?
does.
I cut you loose. All
no,
doubt
you don't
and
cut my
unbelief
pornography. You want to take my pornography, you got to cut both my hands off. You got to cut my dick off. You got to poke my eyes out. You got to poke sticks in my ears so I can't even hear that shit. And even then, I'm just going to sit around and think about the porn I already watched a long time ago and try to beat off with my feet. So you're going to have to kill me, motherfucker.
Anger and fear and wrath. And I pull you off the top of his head now. Woo! In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus. Super cool. Amazing. I'm converted. He took a squid hat off another dude, and I'm ready to worship Jesus now. And MAGA pastor Hank Kuhneman wants you guys to know, hey, you know how everybody made fun of Trump for being fake as fuck and pretends like he loves America by making out the U.S. flag, and it's totally cringe and transparent and embarrassing because it's clear he doesn't actually give a shit about anybody but his fucking self, and he's just using patriotism and jingoistic language to fool dipshits into supporting him and giving him money like all you dumb motherfuckers. Well, if you think that, then you're right. But Hank Kinnaman disagrees. Let's watch this crunchy bullshit.
Notice this, the spirit of dishonor. They said, oh, he's molesting the flag, and all the little trolls. Yeah, you dishonorable people that need to go move to Easter Island.
I don't understand
Accusing this man of molesting a flag. But yet
I
you
just accuse him of being fake. I mean, he was molesting it, but it was just bullshit, transparent fakery.
don't care if little kids get molested with perverted curriculums in school.
Oh no, little kids get molested with perverted curriculums. Look how they're changing the language now. We know for a fact that you're much, much, much more statistically likely to get raped in church, molested in church. But now they got to twist it. They're being molested with curriculum. Oh no, they're teaching math and science and history, or pedophilia. That's what it is. If you teach the correct history of the United States, you're basically a pedophile by admitting that gays and trans people exist and that slavery was bad. Fuck you, pedos. But no, not us. It's not us, Kinnaman. Nice try, but we ain't falling for it.
Curriculums in school. You absolute dishonorable troll. You mess of a human being. I think I'll just kiss it again, just so you can write a new article.
On the
Ready?
libs. Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, I'm so old. Oh my God, no! I can't believe how much he's owning me.
Watch this.
I'm watching.
I'm hugging it and petting it.
Petting it, and he's gonna call it George.
Thank you, God, for America.
Thank you, Jesus. Woo. Got empty seats there, Hank. Not doing too well.
Thank you, United States soldiers and veterans, for America. Thank you, you Christian nationalists.
Thank you, idiots in the audience who are being fooled by my fake patriotism, who are going to give me millions of dollars for nothing. Thank you. Thank you for being gullible and credulous and never getting that you're being conned. Thank you. Thank you for being so fucking stupid. Love you. Love you, idiots. And then, here's another one, folks. This one's amazing, folks. And you know how much we love silly Ray Cyrus. Probably my favorite human being that ever lived. And that includes my mom. Fuck you, Mom! But anyway, folks, he's spawning. He's fucking multiplying. Yo, dude has kids. And apparently his kids are also shameless con men grifters as well, which is amazing. Acorn don't fall far from the tree. So now we're going to showcase his two grifter-ass daughters. They in the family business, stealing from idiots. Let's have a look. First off, this is Robin Bullock. Let's have a listen to her bullshit.
A plane is just a tool.
Like your daddy?
We couldn't have gotten back here on Sunday
You could have.
and taught to all of you, preached the gospel to all of you here in this congregation and the online, the cyber synagogue as we call them, without that.
So she defending the fact they have a private jet, folks. I can't believe everybody's saying we shouldn't have private jets. Yeah, I know Jesus said you had to sell all your stuff and give it to the poor and that rich people couldn't go to heaven. But we really need it, y'all. It's not like there's some kind of commercial industry of airplanes that just flies people around for reasonable rates. We had to have it.
You cannot preach the gospel to its fullest when you are road worn.
You can. I can road warn you and put you up with.
We have a bus, and that is nice, and it really is a nice bus, and I praise God for it.
I'm sure you
but
do.
The days lost in between that.
That's right.
A plane, like I said, it was just a tool to bring the world. The world seems smaller when you just fly 1 hour here, an hour and a half here. What would take you 2 days to travel by bus?
Or, commercial flight, you could have just went coach and flew around the world any way you wanted to like the rest of us do. But no, you can't possibly preach the gospel if you don't have a fucking private jet, yo. And here's the other one, folks. This one is, wait a minute, Robert, is this the same one? No, this is Crystal Bullock. Crystal Bullock, folks. And she gave him a run for his money in her incredibly lucid sermon about Star Wars.
We are the resistors.
Nice makeup.
We are the resistance.
You're not. You're con people. You're carnies.
You don't think Star Wars was prophesied?
I do not think Star Wars were prophesied.
Disney
No.
didn't always own Star Wars.
I'm aware of that, yes.
They didn't.
They didn't, yo. They bought it. Like we bought our jet.
Star Wars was produced and made by Lucasfilm.
That's right.
But if
And he also thinks you're full of shit.
Ever wondered why it says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away?
I ain't never wondered. I know why. It's because George Lucas wrote it that way.
Why did it, and everything is futuristic though.
Uh-huh.
But it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far, wait a second, you don't think they were trying to tell some kind of story there? But it was against a dictatorship who were ruthless, they were killers,
So Trump?
and they were bent on controlling the minds of people.
Maggots?
You know, we're still talking about Star Wars, right?
Right.
Tell me that. I stand before you today.
At least it
if
can't
I
get any
hadn't
more
made it
cringe.
clear. If I hadn't made it clear what I stand for.
Woo! I stand for holding a piece of plastic. Yay! Woo! Let's give you more money for more private jets. Abuse us more, con people.
And if you're bold enough,
I'm not.
repeat after me.
I'm not bold enough to repeat
I
after
am
you.
a part of the body of Christ.
I'm not a part of the body of Christ at all.
I will not stay silent.
I'll stay totally silent about all this bullshit.
I am part of the rebellion
I am not part of the rebellion at all.
to the kingdom of darkness.
Emperor rules. Fuck all
I
you
will
Jedis.
fight
I'm gonna
the
sit
good
on my
fight
ass,
of faith.
smoke some weed, masturbate.
Now hear me loud and clear, devil. We are the resistance. And we will win this war. Come on.
Yeah, no doubt you're gonna win the war that you created. You made up the war. It's real easy to win when you just make shit up in order to make yourself the heroes of it. But that's Carney Folk 101 when you're a grifting televangelist. And then, folks, over on the TikTok, are the Christians feeling all right? I don't think they are. So first off, this woman has a ring, and she walk up to her house and she like put it up against the little box, and it opens her door. It's a keyless entry because, you know, we live in 2022. Very simple technology and whatnot. Or if you're a Christian, it's the end of the fucking world. The rapture, yo. They're like, I'm just happy the comments know what this potentially means. This is it. Jesus is coming back, yo. Yeah, I know Jesus has been 2,000 years, and he just been sitting around his fucking ass watching us as we kill each other, rape each other, murder each other, suffer horribly. He was like, you know what I'm waiting on? Keyless rings. That's what I'm waiting on. As soon as they have rings that let you get into your fucking house, that's it. I'm popping the fuck up, putting an end to all this bullshit. Where you at, Jesus? Where you at? Still waiting. Thank you, Jesus, for saving me. It didn't save you from your own stupidity. It makes me so happy. So many people understand what's wrong with this. So basically what they're talking about here is they've been talking about this like for 100 years. When I was a kid, I'm almost 50. They was talking about this shit when I was a fucking kid. There's gonna be a mark, a microchip that Satan gonna put in your body, and without it, you can't buy or sell shit. Sounds amazing. Wouldn't have to carry my wallet anymore. Wouldn't have to carry credit cards. Just go to Walmart and blink. Or eventually, it'll just like scan your groceries as you walk out the door with them in your car. Don't even have to fucking go through the registry. You know, modern advancement, technology. It's a good thing. Or if you're a Christian, it's the end of the world, fuckos. Get ready for the return of Jesus, the all-loving God who will murder all of us heathens. All I gotta say, bring it, Jesus. I'm ready for you. And prepare your shock face, folks. And this reminds me, I've added 3 new emojis. So those of you who want to become a Dust Buddy, it's never been a better time. You can become a Dust Buddy for $2.99 a month and get customized emojis to spam the chat with. And look, I'm gonna spam the chat with one. We have one right here, a new one, and it's shock face emoji. Hell yeah, boom. So if you're one of the cool kids on the Dust Buddies, you can use your shocked face emojis now. So anyway, federal prison chaplain sentenced for sexually abusing female inmates. Get out of town. You gotta be kidding me. James Theodore Highhouse, a former Army chaplain who later took a job at a federal prison, was sentenced to 7 years in prison for sexually abusing female inmates. Yeah, you misspelled rape. That's rape. If you're in a position of authority over inmates and you have sex with them, you have raped them. In his role as prison chaplain, he led religious services and offered spiritual guidance to incarcerated women. He also taught religious-based classes about boundaries and self-worth, with the understanding that many of the women who he interacted came from a background of trauma, abuse, and substance addiction. Yeah, he took advantage of that, of course. That's what they fucking do. Highhouse would tell his victims that everyone in the Bible had sex, and that God wanted them to be together. Yeah, it's just typical God shit. He's like, hey, God wants us to bone. They was boning in the Bible. Spread those legs for me, girly girl. An Army veteran, he pressured one inmate into intercourse on Veterans Day. Not Veterans Day, you monster. By telling her she needed to serve her country. Oh my. And on Thanksgiving, by telling her she needed to show her gratitude for him. Oh, yeah. That women said in a victim impact statement that she cried herself to sleep. That's terrible, of course, but always the same, folks. You want to molest people, rape them, take advantage of them. Joining a ministry, the best fucking way to do it, because they let you have access to these people a long time and don't hold you to the same critical spotlights that normal people have to be held to. So, if you're really surprised by this, let's do our shock face. 3, 2, 1, shock face! You didn't do it. Nobody in the chat did the new shock face. Are you kidding me? You guys are so fucking fired. Shock face, motherfuckers! Spam the chat with impunity! What are you dust buddies doing? You left me hanging. I'm so disappointed. I love you, but I'm so disappointed in you dust buddies. Anyway, next up on religious bullshit. A private school baptized 100 kids without telling their parents or giving them notice so they could watch. Yeah, oh. The parents are mad, but I don't know why the fuck you mad. You idiots are sending your kids to a Christian private school. What the fuck do you think's gonna happen? It's a good thing they just didn't strip them down naked and molest the shit out of them while they were doing it. You guys are asking for it, so don't bitch and complain when you send your kids to a private Christian school and they do some crazy dumb shit. That's on you, parents. Shut the fuck up. And then, boom, last one on religious bullshit. No, it's not. Second to last one on religious bullshit. Imagine being this much of a fucking snowflake, folks. Imagine being such a fucking dork that you can't even watch the show Bridgerton. You know the show Bridgerton? It's like Netflix. It's some kind of they're a royalty from a bygone era and they're young, pretty people. It's Netflix. It's a teen show. But they're so sexually repressed, these Christians, that they're like, oh my God, there's too much sex in it. We had to turn it off. I mean, we're adults, but it got into our brain like some kind of squid on our head that we had to cut off. Let's have a look at this cringy bullshit.
Anyways, and so we started the show, and I can't remember, I feel like we had filters, but then as it got on, it was just like, we didn't know, I guess. Like, we hadn't done a ton of research, but we were kind of like getting into the storyline. And then it just started having like these really sensual scenes, and we were like, okay, thankfully the filters helped some, and we kind of had to skip some. But then it like kept happening more and more and more and more. And so just, I mean, one of the boundaries in our marriage is we don't watch like nudity or sex scenes.
What?
Period. Like,
the fuck? You guys are such nerds, man. I ain't got no kind of boundaries like that in my relationship. I'll break out my magic wand, masturbate right in front of you, got magic wands all over the bed. You can stick that shit right up your cooch. Dusty don't give a fuck. You can watch porn right in front of me. Why are you guys so insecure about your relationship?
Together, separately, we just skipped that altogether, and it just like, it kept getting more and more and more. It's like every episode, it was like multiple scenes, and we're like, okay. And if you've ever been in that position where you're kind of into the show, but now you're kind of mad at the show for where it's going, but you kind of want to keep watching, but you're like, is it the best? So we had to make the hard choice in that moment, like, and so we stopped watching it, and it was a good choice. But yeah, that was just like,
such a good choice. My mind is so fragile. I'm such a snowflake that I can't even watch a teen show on Netflix. I'm so mentally healthy, me and my husband. Can't get any more mentally healthy than that. Cringe. And one more, folks. Apparently, Britney Spears, who I'm told is a singer. Not familiar. But anyway, she an atheist now, and it seems good. Always happy to welcome other atheists into the fold, but her reasoning is bad, and it's the same bullshit that Christians are used to demonize atheists with. So anyway, she been in some kind of fight with her family and her kids and K-Fed and whatnot, all kinds of stupid bullshit. And her kids have been speaking out against her. They're like, I'm not quoting them, but basically, she crazy, need help. That's basically what they're saying. And so she's like, I don't believe in God anymore because God would never do this to me. So I'm an atheist now. But that's a bad reason to be an atheist. That's what Christians always say. Hey, you're on an atheist because something bad happened to you and you're mad at God. So you're not helping. You're not helping, Britney Spears. Don't do that. If you're going to be an atheist, do it because you've researched and found it's the most logical conclusion to come to. There's no evidence of a God, and so there's no reason to believe in one. That's the only reason to be an atheist that's healthy and beneficial to the rest of us. So welcome, but also get your shit together, Britney. And that is my religious bullshit. And folks, be sure to get your super chats in. Only got $31.99 in super chat so far. Hit the like button, but we're going to read all the super chats at halftime. So immortalize yourself forever and ever and ever, and reward me for doing a Tuesday show, because I wasn't going to do it. And I did it anyway. I worked hard. So please help me out so I can continue to do this. Oh my God, Becky, say the dirty, sexy pores. Hell yeah. Got the Beyond parody. New emoji con for the Dust Buddies. Hell yeah. She's not that innocent. I know, right? I want to hit her one more time. Sexily. Hope this Lost Ark DI doesn't actually take 3 hours. Lost Ark. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm lost. Excellent. Hell yeah. All right, folks. Moving right along. Time for a really long Chud Watch. You guys ready for this? Let's fucking do it. Chud Watch. We talk about chuds and make fun of them. And first up on Chud Watch, so another week was another Trump rally. He ain't president, ain't said he's running for president. I don't know why. I guess it's so his sycophants have a reason to travel across the country and hang out with each other, these poor pathetic losers. But anyway, starting to think they might be overcompensating for anything. And Trump supporters have way too much fucking money, y'all. We need to tax these motherfuckers. Need a stupidity tax or some shit, because they got tons of fucking money to buy huge, ugly flags and flagpoles, and no doubt he got a tiny wiener trying to make it look big, but all you're doing is pointing out how tiny it is, dude. Might not want to do that. And then they just lining up for some wholesome family fun, like fuck Joe Biden, fuck. Yeah, with your kids there. It's so cool to have curse words in front of your kids. These people who are always clutching their pearls, that someone might do anything that's slightly adult in front of kids, but they actually don't give a shit about any of that. And they just use that as a weapon to knock their opponents on the head with when they actually do the exact same fucking thing, even worse. And then they interviewed a few of them on the Real America Network. And not the best, not the smartest, not the brightest. Let's have a look.
What they say about Donald Trump. They say that he's mean and everything. Well, you know what? When you're growing up, it was your father who kicked you, your mother who kicked you in the ass.
It wasn't. Neither one of my father or mother kicked me in the ass. They were actually very good parents. They did not abuse me. So basically, he's saying here that he loves Trump because they remind him of his abusive parents. And that's sad.
When you're growing up, it was your father who kicked you, your mother who kicked you in the ass to keep you on a straight and narrow. And that's what he does. Right. I want a leader. I don't want a lamb.
That's right. A leader, not a lamb.
I want some piece of shit that just mean as fucking, that beats people up like my daddy. Drinks too much and curses and throws their beer at the TV and goes outside and fires their gun in the air for no reason. Pew, pew, pew. That's what I want in a president. I don't want somebody who's nice and sensitive and kind and who cares about my feelings and rights and if I'm doing okay. Fuck that, pussies! Just goddamn it. Here's Dylan, folks. I do feel a little bad for them, I have to admit. Basically, the reason people go to these Trump rallies is because they're lonely, a lot of them. They didn't really have much of a personality before, anybody they connect with, anybody who's strange and weird and a loser like they are. And this gives them the opportunity. They get to hang out with other bottom feeders, other human garbage, and feel like they belong to something that's important and hang out and have camaraderie. It gives them sort of a family. Yes, it's the dumbest, most cringe family in the world, but it just gives them something to hold on to and spend their time with. Case in point, this lady who camped out for 5 days to see Trump because it's not in any way a cult.
We've been here, me and Mike Boatman's been here since Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, you guys, Tuesday night. Today is Saturday, that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days early to see President Trump. Wow.
Camping on site.
Camping on site.
We've had a wonderful time and we can't wait to see the president and show him.
First off, why did she glue baguettes to her hat? Don't know, you're supposed to eat the bread, not use them for crafts, lady.
The president and show him how much we support him.
Wow, incredible. Mike, how has the past 5 nights been for you camping right here to make sure that you get the front row?
It's been a hellish nightmare. I've had to hang out with this crazy lady in her stupid bread hat for 5 days. Somebody please kill me.
I mean, what continues to encourage you to do this and put that much effort and money into this?
Donald Trump. I mean, we need him back, and I'll do anything, to help the support for him.
I do anything, y'all. I do anything, Mr. Trump, and I do mean anything.
Thank you so much, and we've got some new hats.
They're so emotionally unstable, this cult, folks. Weird. And yes, Grandma would murder us all at a moment's notice if Trump told us to. If Trump told her to. That's how scary these motherfuckers are, and this mental illness spreading across the world. Now, I ain't saying this woman is not American just because she has a thick accent. You could be just as much an American as anybody else with a thick accent. However, it's sort of weird to hear this ultra MAGA patriotism coming from a woman who can barely speak English, considering how little regard they have for people who speak English or don't speak English. How continuously they're going around everywhere telling people that don't speak English to go back to their country, that they're not welcome here. Little odd to hear and see, but let's have a look anyway.
I want them back, and they stop us still, stop us still. Thank you so much. Because we know who won, and that's the Trump won. But they very cheating. And now, why we do that? Why FBI no come for Obama house? Why FBI no come for Clinton? But they come with President Trump. Why they do that? Yeah. I hope Trump back, and we never get up. Thank you so much. I
understood every word, folks. Every word. I hope that was crystal clear to all of you. I know it was. Done. They're continuously asking, why won't Joe Biden unify? Why is he so divisive, folks? So much for the tolerant left. While these genetic winners, fuck Joe Biden, you fucking Democrat bitches, and fuck you for voting for him, draped in his Trump flag, because this is what they actually worship. They don't give a fuck about America. Trump hat, Trump flag, anti-Joe Biden shirt, and he's wearing the flag on his shorts, which you're not supposed to do. It's against the flag code. Traitor in every definition of the word. But there you go. Amazing genetic specimen. Gonna rule us all. And today, outside the Trump Tower, these people.
All action here.
Does there something have to do with yesterday's speech by Biden?
Absolutely. I don't remember Obama or any other president telling me directly to me, the ultra MAGA, that he doesn't like me.
That's because when Obama was president, Trump hadn't been president yet. The MAGA movement didn't exist when Obama was president. What the fuck are you talking about?
Group of I guess you call it a second-class citizen So, yeah, it's just... I would say the same thing back to him that he said to me yesterday. He's the bad guy, not me.
Didn't say you were the bad guy unless that you identify with all the things he said. People that hate democracy and want to overthrow our government and put a dictator in there, which you clearly identify as. So I guess you are the bad guy. Thanks for clarifying. And here's another one, folks. They might want to have like a breathalyzer test built into the microphones when they go out and interview the people at the Trump rally, because this motherfucker drunk.
Issue to folks.
All things the economy, it's ridiculous. And the way these other people, they want to change the whole country. They are changing it. They're ruining it, what they're doing. Donald's the only boy that can straighten it out, I'll tell you that.
I tell you what, Donald, the only boy that can straighten it out. I'm gonna drink another keg of Bud Light and hang out with my buddies. Get Trump back, and I want you to know, Trump, I'll do anything. Anything. Slurp those nuts harder, Trumpies. But at least we have a few heroes out there like the good liars showing up at the Trump events, trolling the fuck out of them and pointing out just what hypocrites they are. Hypocrisy knows no bounds when you're a maggot. Case in point, here they are claiming they hate child indoctrination while continuously being involved in child indoctrination.
You're saying you write songs?
Yeah, here's this.
Okay.
If I can get it played.
So this is a song you...
This is my granddaughter.
How old is she?
7.
7?
6 is the time we wrote this one. And she actually came up with the Sleepy Joe Has Got to Go. She came up with a chorus.
Sleepy Joe has got to go. Sleepy Joe has got to go.
Pause that for 1 second. What do you think about the left's indoctrinating children?
Oh my goodness. Listen, this is what happened in Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
This is what happened in Russia.
And then you and your 7-year-old granddaughter, you're writing all the songs that are all about how Joe Biden's bad and Trump, or...
Well, we've got other songs, but the ones that are, that we put on here are definitely our pro-country.
Pro-country, yeah. Wait a minute. It's pro-country shitting on the President of the United States. Isn't it helping our country out so much to shit on the fucking president? Yeah, we're patriots. Not indoctrinating the children at all, are we? You are. Psst, you are. Hypocritical pieces of shit. And one more for the good liars. I lied. I'm a good liar. 2 more for the good liars. Here you go, folks. Just admitting outright that if Trump does the exact same thing that Hillary Clinton does, he shouldn't be put in jail, but Hillary Clinton should. Because their words don't mean anything.
Do you think Hillary Clinton should have been charged for treason?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. But the Clinton clan will cover them no matter what happens.
And if Trump, it's found that he had the classified documents, would you want to charge him with treason?
No, negative.
No. Negative. Nope.
No, I would not.
But if he did the same thing that with Hillary, would you want him to be charged?
No, I wouldn't.
But her, she could go treason, maybe potentially die. Him, if he did the same thing, no treason.
Because Trump is a patriot, Hillary is not.
Do you think Trump, I don't care, could do exactly the same thing in every fucking possible way, but kill one and let the other one go and be president? That's just, who you calling a hypocrite? I'm not in a cult. I am not a fucking hypocrite. You are. Somehow, don't think about it. And one more for the good lies, folks, that is out there handing out top secret documents. Let's see if the maggots are going to accept them.
Hey guys, welcome to the Trump rally. You get free top secret documents just for coming in. Free top secret documents just for walking into the Trump rally. Yeah, he's giving them out to everybody. Take them. It's fine. They're declassified. Declassified. There. Need some classified documents? Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I got one there. Oh shit. I'm declassifying those. Those are declassified. So we're good. Hey guys, welcome to the Trump rally.
He did his magical spell, waved his hand, declassified him, so it's all good. Nothing illegal here. Don't worry about it. And then, folks, start to think Trump is not that mentally healthy. Here he is claiming that Mark Zuckerberg came to the White House last week. You know, he's been out of the White House for almost 2 years. But in his mind, last week he was the president and in the White House, and Mark Zuckerberg was kissing his ass. Let's have a look.
You remember in the campaign, I used to say, if these people get in, we're going to end up with Venezuela on steroids. I said it many, many times. I never thought it was much of a possibility, but I never knew people could cheat like that. Not like that. Last week, he's a weirdo, Mark Zuckerberg came to the White House, kissed my ass. Kissed my ass. Sir, I'd love to have dinner.
I'm sure it happened.
Sir, I'd love to have dinner. I'd love to bring my lovely wife. All right, Mark, come on in. Sir, you're #1 on Facebook. I'd like to congratulate you. Oh, thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate it.
Last week, folks, imagine if Joe Biden did this. They would never stop talking about it. Joe Rogan would be like, did you see where Joe Biden said that last week he talked to Mark Zuckerberg? Did you see that? We have this walking corpse in the White House that has Alzheimer's. Did you see that? When Trump does it, crickets. They don't give a fuck, folks. Because it's always a double standard for these motherfuckers in every goddamn possible way. And then, apparently Trump has changed his mind. Because now he says that he wants drug dealers murdered, which is funny since he personally pardoned 5 of them for their drug offenses. It's almost like he's full of shit. It ain't about nothing.
They kill 500 people during a lifetime, and I think it's much worse than that. I think that's only what we hear about. It would stop. If you didn't get it down 75, 80, 90% from day one, I'd be surprised. And these committees that they set up, it's laughable. It's a horrible thing. We would solve that problem so fast, and I'm calling on Republicans and Democrats immediately to get to Washington and institute the death penalty for drug dealers. You will no longer have a problem.
That's right, folks. These horrible drug dealers killing 500 people apiece, which is why I pardoned 5 of them. So aren't you responsible for killing 2,500 people? But you know, Trump, he crazy. Like he's the one that signed the law that makes it a 5-year penalty to take government documents that don't belong to you. And now he's being tried under the same law. So I can't help but think Trump must be selling drugs. That's why he tried to pass this law to kill drug dealers. Because that's just how he fucking rolls, dude. Trump crazy, yo. Definitely not crazy and fascist in any possible way. And you guys hear about CNN. Apparently how CNN has been taken over by these chud motherfuckers who are trying to make it more conservative because nobody watches cable news anymore. You know, it's 2022. We're all watching news on the internet. Only fucking 90-year-old boomers are still fucking watching cable news. And so Fox News has that shit locked up. CNN's like, oh my God, no one's watching cable news anymore. Maybe if we go hard right, we can draw in some of those old motherfuckers right before they die. So here they are on a CNN panel where a member is comparing the support of literal Nazis speaking at Trump events, which they've had. Trump inviting literal white supremacist Nazis to speak. Comparing that to the fact that Joe Biden had red lighting at his speech. Because, you know, both sides.
He wished Hitler would have finished the job. Anti-Semitic things, hateful things. How? Or how should voters process that that's who Donald Trump wants to speak at his rallies?
Optics are everything, as you know, in politics, John. And as you can see there, the former president of the United States has run into some issues with optics coming out of his rally this week. And at the same time, you also saw President Biden come into some criticism for optics coming out of...
It's the same thing, folks. Hey, Trump wants this guy to speak. He letting this guy speak at his rallies. Isn't it the same thing as Joe Biden having red lighting? I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying. Fuck everything goddamn about CNN. Don't watch CNN. CNN to zero. That's my new catchphrase. NFTs to zero, CNN to zero. Fuck you, CNN. And here another example of it, folks. On CNN.com, when wokeness comes to Middle Earth, why some say diverse casting ruins the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you have a black person, folks. It's woke. Isn't that right, CNN? I'm going to cover this in the Trash World segment, but needless to say, a lot of people angry at CNN. But you know somebody who's not angry at CNN? Donald Trump. who has put out a statement, hey CNN, I hate Fox News now. So if you become right-wing, I'll help you. I'll be your biggest fan. Donald J. Trump truthed. Wow. Fox News is really pushing the Democrats and the Democrat agenda. Gets worse every single day. So many Dems interviewed with only softball questions. The Republican counterparts get creamed. Rhino Karl Rove is unwatchable, very negative, and on all the time. Has a big record of losing. Not an easy place to be as a Republican, especially with all of the pervert purchased ad. If low rating CNN ever went conservative, they would be an absolute gold mine, and I would help them do it. Hey, just outright sending a loud message to CNN. Keep up the good work, buddies. I got you back. You'll become the new Fox News. And even Steve Bannon letting CNN know. He says, War Room told you earlier, Fox News is anti-Trump and anti-MAGA, anti-populist, anti-nationalist. They are the home of Bush, Rove, Ryan McConnell, controlled opposition, country club Republicans, not all of Fox, Tucker, Mariah, Jesse, the judge, but the corporate news center on gravity. President Trump gets this. And this is him retweeting. Trump says Fox News pushing Democrat agenda offers to help CNN go. So, yep, Steve Bannon on board. Gonna become the new Newsmax over there on CNN. So, unsurprisingly, a lot of people are like, fuck CNN. Boycott CNN calls grow as the viewers fear network is shifting to the right. Calls to boycott CNN have grown on social media in the last few days, with thousands of people on Twitter denouncing the news network's shift away from its traditional liberal-leaning political coverage under the new Warner Brothers Discovery leadership. The changes have prompted the walkouts of several high-profile correspondents, including John Harwood, who we're going to cover in the hero section, Brian Stelter, and Jeffrey Toobin. Yep, anybody with any integrity are bailing out of CNN. And we should all do the same. Let's fucking follow them. CNN to zero. Beep. That's what I vote. And then, folks, I'm sure there must be somebody who is a Trump supporter listening to my words right now. What is wrong with you? How do you justify, how do you defend things like I'm about to show you, which they do all the time? So this is a donation email that is sent out by the Trump team. Betty, Eric and I were having dinner tonight, and Eric asked, has Betty given to Dad this month to help fight for America? My father has been asking about Betty. I got up from the table to check, and we were both disappointed to discover that you have not. Eric said that you have been one of our father's biggest supporters, and the president will be very upset to hear that you have let him down. I'm sure this is just an oversight. Please make sure you contribute tonight so that we can tell the president you are still loyal. Make America great again. So this is Betty Bowers. I guess she's signed up to one of the Trump emails, and this is something they sent her out. But the only reason they're sending things like this out, I know some of you are like, hey, who would believe this? Who is falling for this? Nobody could literally believe that Trump and his kids are sitting around talking about people and wondering why they haven't donated. Well, I'll tell you what this is for. I told you guys the story before about, this is a true story, about how my grandma, she's over 90 now, I think. And when Tucker Carlson comes on the TV, she goes and she puts makeup on and gussies herself up, and she sits in front of the TV, and she believes that her and Tucker Carlson are dating. She has Alzheimer's. You know, she's not there anymore. When the show goes over, she goes around behind the TV and looks for him. She's like, where's Tucker? She goes outside. And she's like, Tucker calls for him. Well, this is exactly who they're targeting. When you're wondering who's falling for this, they're literally trying to target Alzheimer patients. Old people who don't know what the fuck's going on, who are not in their right mind, who will go put their credit card information in, who will go put their bank account information in, and they can fucking just leech off them and suck every penny they have without them even knowing what fucking day it is. That's the kind of fucking piece of goddamn shit we're dealing with. And you Trump supporters, this is your man. This is what you support. This is what you're behind. This is who you are by supporting this. Fuck every one of you. And then on the Chud Watch, Randy Quaid. owning himself, which is interesting. First, he says, Bannon called me an extreme MAGA Republican. Yep, because you are. A clear and present danger to our democracy. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, I know, right? Dark Brandon Wisen, but you actually prove his point. Because right before he tweeted that, he tweeted, Joe Biden must be impeached for his slanderous speech. Yeah, let's just impeach a guy for saying something I don't like. What is the First Amendment? What is the Constitution? Literally don't give a shit. Joe Biden goes out there and says, the MAGAs don't care about the Constitution. They don't actually care about the First Amendment. They don't care about democracy. They literally will overthrow it and put Trump in as dictator because they're traitors. And this is your response to prove him right. The military needs to physically remove him from office for giving a speech he didn't like, folks. He is a clear and present danger to all Americans. Yeah, so let's just have a coup and overthrow the government with a military. That's totally normal and cool. Huh. Way to prove Biden was wrong about you, Randy Quaid. Stupid Biden, telling the truth. And I wonder where Joe Biden could have got the idea that MAGA Republicans represent a threat to democracy. Where could he have gotten this incredibly foolish idea from?
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
I would rip out their fingernails and their toenails one by one and then waterboard them in front of their families, because that's what these pieces of crap deserve.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution.
First Amendment, gay. Constitution, gay.
They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people.
AOC should be in jail. Ilhan Omar, jail. All of these people, the liberal down the street who votes for these people, they shouldn't be allowed to vote.
MAGA forces are determined to take this country backward.
We want to go back to 1099. We want to go back to the Middle Ages. So we're burning your gay pride flag. We're burning your gay pride float. And then we're going to drag your bitch wife out of her house, kicking and screaming. And then we're going to burn her at the stake, too, for being a witch.
They promote authoritarian leaders, and they fan the flames of political violence.
This is war. It's going to get bloody, and I'm going to get ugly, too. No less ugly than any 1776 preacher that dropped his Bible on the lectern, grabbed his muzzle loader or musket, and went out and put balls and bullets inside people and watched blood flow on a battlefield. That's what they had to do. That's in the name of Christ. It's an evil enemy.
The MAGA Republicans believe that for them to succeed, everyone else has to fail.
You've got to destroy your enemy. You can't just win. The scoreboard's not going to tell the full story. Not only do you have to win the scoreboard, you have to make sure that your enemy can never play the game again. And the only way you do that is with total annihilation of their ideologies, their finances, and everything else. And you got to lock up all of these treasonous motherfuckers. They all have to go to jail. There's no choice. There is one solution and one solution only to save America. And I think you know what it is.
Yeah, where could Biden have possibly gotten this from? It's a mystery. I guess we'll never figure that out. He must have just made it all up. And then, well, they should watch. Oh, yeah. Talking about being divisive. They never say anything about this, right? Franklin Graham was like, the White House is trying to defend President Biden offending over half the American people. It's not half. You guys are like 25% of the American populace at most. The president campaigned on uniting the country, not dividing it. He is trying to unite us against you motherfuckers, you traitors who are trying to overthrow our democracy. We should be united against you, and we are. We outnumber you. There's more of us than there are of you. And Adam Young very rightly points out, Trump shares video of supporters saying the only good Democrat is a dead Democrat. Or, you know, uniting. What a uniter that Trump was. But their words don't mean anything. There's no reason to listen to them, give them any respect. They're just garbage. And then, this is exactly what they're like. Biden is like semi-fascism. And they're like, do you hear With that woke pedo groomer, satanic, senile, old, Marxist, mastermind, libtard bully is calling me. Let's go, Brandon. Lock her up. Stop the steal. Fuck Joe Biden. Yeah. Joe Biden gets like 5% more salty, and you guys are just clutching your pearls. The fuck your feelings crowd suddenly have a whole lot of feelings. Well, guess what? Fuck your feelings, motherfucker. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. And then Mercedes Schlapp wants you guys to know, hey, I know it seems like this whole meme about Dark Brandon rising is gaining steam and becoming popular, and Joe Biden is actually uniting Democrats, and they seem to have momentum going forward for once because for a change, Democrats have stopped being so pathetic and feckless, and they're actually doing good now, and I know it's scary, but don't be afraid. Yeah, keep telling yourself this. You should be afraid, motherfuckers.
First, don't listen to the mainstream media, because what they're trying to do is sell the propaganda that the Democrats are on the rise again. You know that when you see Joe Biden put on his aviator sunglasses and they give him this look of strength. And it's such a lie. And so it's so critical to just not let that get you down. First,
let it get you down, motherfuckers. Let it get you down. You should be down. You're losing. You're all fucking losers. You lost the presidency, Trump going to jail. All you motherfuckers should cry harder. I love it. Schadenfreude. Be afraid. And then I guess their new defense of Donald Trump. Now, I know they don't actually believe this. They'll just say anything. That's why you don't listen to Republicans. Their words don't actually mean anything. They want to convince you that they believe what they're saying, but there's no reason to even give them that benefit of the doubt because they don't argue in good faith. They lie to try to fool you on purpose, and there's no reason to pretend like what their lies are things they actually believe because they're not. Case in point, dozens of folders marked classified were found empty in FBI search of Donald Trump's Florida home, new court document rules, to which cocaine boy Donald Trump Jr. says, so now they're admitting the folders were empty? Yeah. See, isn't that a good defense? Yes, we had classified document folders everywhere, but they were empty. So, nothing to worry about. Don't worry about where they might be. Don't worry about who he might have sold them to. They're empty. So, perfect defense. And they're all jumping on this new narrative that, hey, the folders were empty. What's the big deal? Case in point, Newsmax.
I have dozens of these. This is a top secret marker, okay? There's a little...
First off, no, he doesn't. Unless he, specifically so he can say he had dozens of these, printed out top secret folders, then maybe he does. But there's no way this motherfucker just hangs out around his house with dozens of top secret folders. Why would you? That doesn't even make any fucking sense. How dumb do you think we are?
Top secret marker, okay? There's a little line in fine print that says this cover sheet is not classified, okay? They found dozens of folders with this on it, but nothing in the folders. What's the problem?
What's the problem? Yeah, what could possibly be the problem with the president stealing top secret documents and those folders being empty? What are you guys even complaining about? Nothing to see here. Move on. And, what? Oh, yeah. Folks, hear about this one. Finally, some good news for a change. So this guy is the leader of Cowboys for Trump. And he was one of the ones that was out at the insurrection trying to overthrow our government and install Trump as a dictator. I can't believe they actually held him accountable and did something. But they did. In New Mexico, for the first time since like 1860, a judge removed him from office for engaging in an insurrection. Holy shit. Judge removes Griffin from office for engaging in the January 6th insurrection. A New Mexico judge ordered Otero County Commissioner Quaid Griffin be removed from office, effective immediately, ruling that the attack on the Capitol was an insurrection and that Griffin's participation in it disqualified him under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. Holy God, I can't believe it. Now do Trump. I know you can't remove him from office, but imprison him? Make it to where he can't run anymore? I'm pretty sure that's got to be in there somewhere. And just to show you how weird this motherfucker is, the Good Liars, once again, super mega heroes, the Good Liars, went out and interviewed him. Let's see what this genius has to say.
Wolf Blitzer and Janine Piero and all these hit job media bags said that Officer Brian Sicknick was beaten to death with the fire extinguisher that evening.
Oh, right.
Officer Brian Sicknick was still alive at that time, and then it just so happens that he died of a stroke the next day.
So happens.
And we're supposed to believe that too? I don't know. I mean, if he even did die.
He's still alive, probably.
That'll blow their heads completely out of the water.
That
but
sounds
again, as I said,
crazy. You mean you don't think he died?
I said I don't know. And I'm brainwashed all of a sudden, but yet Anderson Cooper had already told me that he died on January 6th and he was still alive on that day. So
the thing about brainwashing is it's something a lot of people believe. They've been brainwashed to believe a thing, right?
Yeah.
What you're doing is free thinking, so you're making up something all your own, which is the opposite.
I'm just saying that I don't believe anything that I see on TV, and I don't believe anything the media tells me.
That's right. I'm not brainwashed. I just made this shit up on my own. So no one else is making me think this stupid shit. I'm making my own self think this stupid shit, which is cool. Love me some good liars. And folks, almost at halftime, get your super chats in, hit the like button, do all of the things. Support the show. Gonna read them all in just a second. So more like yourself forever and ever and ever in the super chats. And then folks, on the Chud Watch, they will say anything, folks. Here's their new line about the student loan forgiveness. You know, that was given out to, first off, it was means tested, which means I think it only was given out to people who make under $125,000 a year. So it was created to help poor college kids just get ahead a little bit, get out from a little bit of the debt they have been saddled upon. Or, as Representative Jim Jordan, you know, the guy that covered up pedophilia when he was a gym coach, and so conservatives made him a congressperson. You're amazing, conservatives, he says. Real America is furious, real America, that Joe Biden forgave student loans for a select group of elites and made those who didn't take out loans pay for it. Yeah, aren't they so elite? The poor college kids who make under $125,000 who got a little bit of relief. Such elite. No, motherfuckers, you're the elite. All your friends who took out PPP loans and got millions of dollars forgiven, those are the elite. You didn't have shit to say about that. When the actual elite gets a kickback from the government, you're crickets as fuck. But try to help the little person a little bit, and then suddenly, they're the elites. I can't believe we're giving the elite shit. Just like I said, their words don't mean anything, folks. There's no reason to take what they say at face value. There's no reason to even pretend like they believe what they're saying, because they don't. And speaking of giant pieces of goddamn trash, Dr. Oz apparently paid these dudes to stand out and pretend they were felons and they were supporting John Fetterman. Now, I don't know how anybody could believe this, but they say they did. They had signs that say, another convicted felon for Fetterman. And the text says, last night might have been the greatest thing I've ever done in politics yet. I was hired by the Oz campaign to play the role of a felon supporting Fetterman. I can't believe how many idiots thought I was legit out of jail. I met Vincent Fuchsia, you know, the guy that QAnon people think is JFK Jr., who's still alive. Yeah, this guy, super handsome, 6'1" JFK Jr. You guys aren't crazy as fuck. I met Vincent Fuchsia and got a pic with Dr. Oz again tonight. He will be the next senator of Pennsylvania. He won't at all. This is the opposite of how you run a campaign. Way to teach us all how not to do it, Oz. I love watching you lose. And then, you guys heard about DeSantis, voter fraud commission. So, as you guys know, the last election was one of the most secure elections in the history of the United States. Voter fraud was practically non-existent. They had, 60 court cases all thrown out from Trump. They haven't provided a single piece of evidence. But Ron DeSantis has run on this platform that voter fraud actually exists. And he's the candidate that's going to be tough on it and end it. So what he did is he set up a commission to arrest people who committed voter fraud. But they couldn't find any people who actually committed voter fraud. So what they did was they went out and they entrapped felons who got out of prison, who contacted the voting center and asked, hey, can we vote? And they were told, yes, you were eligible to vote. By the state, they were told this. And so they went to vote because they were told they were legally allowed to vote. And then Ron DeSantis arrested them. He only found 20 that they could entrap. And so now he can go out and say, hey, see, I'm tough on voter fraud, just like I said I was. But it's all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors. Criminals behaving criminally. And I'm not talking about the felons. I'm talking about DeSantis. It's bullshit, but hey, it works. Because conservatives aren't smart enough to see through the most transparent They don't want to see through it, though, to be honest with you. They don't actually care about any of this. They just want to tell you they believe it so they can pretend like the reason they behave is not because they're giant pieces of shit, but because they actually believe what they're told, but they don't actually believe it. Nobody can believe this shit. And last up, folks, are you feeling owned? I don't know about you, but I am so owned right now. Senator Chris McDaniel, my son, already making the liberals mad, and he got an AR-15, no trigger discipline whatsoever. Got his finger right on the trigger, and I know I'm a godless soy boy, commie, lefty, but even I know you're not supposed to put your finger on the trigger. That should make everybody who has even the very basic understanding of gun safety mad. Not just liberals, but everybody. But oh, I'm owned. I'm so owned. Way to go. God damn it. I'm glad that conservative congresspeople are focusing on the real issues. The real stuff that's going to help America. You know, like giving their kids assault rifles to anger the left. Thank you for tackling the real problems in our country, conservatives. You should all be so proud of supporting this bullshit. All right, folks. That's my Chud Watch. Let's read the super chats first, and then we're going to do a little quick reading of the dirty, sexy pause. If you bail out, hit the like button. But I'll be back in the news section. I got a plenty of show left for you guys, so the new section of Trash World begins in 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Shukurava Syndrome says you should watch Serpent Za and Lawa 86 on YouTube. All right, I'll check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. Free Thinking Seculars, $5. This is for the poors. Read one random comment from the cheap chatters, if you please. All right. Dude, we're fucked. We are so fucked. I did it. And Parker Aguirre became a Dust Buddy. Welcome to Dust Buddies. Be sure to spam the chat with all those new customized emojis like the cool kids are doing. Veror Knox. Why do people swear on the Bible when Jesus said to not swear on anything, even God? Because they don't actually read the Bible. Atheists read the Bible, and that's why we're atheists. Paul Archer, $20. Thank you, Paul. Very generous. I totally shock face. Do it. All of the shock face. They're also surprising all the time. And K. Drew, can you advertise the Twitter Project Evolution? They need more advertising, and I told Dr. H I would ask. Sure. Everybody Google Twitter Project Evolution and get involved in that and whatever Dr. H is doing. There you go, K. Drew. William Johnson, $5. You should randomly do Chud Watch as Commie Potato and call it Spud Watch. I have thought about bringing back Filter Fridays. Not every Friday, but on occasion. So look forward to seeing that in the near future. Sukareva Syndrome. Today, Kiwi Farms content was even removed from the Internet Archive. Haha, we're going to cover that in the hero section. So that's coming up. $2 Jellifer. Thank you, Joe. The Funk Lord brothers. Love you, Dusty. Thanks for the Tuesday show. Hey, no problem. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all you heroes. Dusty, you are king, and I want to have your babies. No, I ain't having no kids, but thank you. Dusty, that guy in the Trump gear is the reincarnation of Benedict Arnold. They're patriots. Bite your tongue. Parker O'Gara. I watched this video of these people in Arizona who are paying $1,000 plus on their car loans. Bet I know who they voted for, since they like to be ripped off. Yep, they love to be abused. And E coming in with a big donation tonight. Hero to us all, E. Greatest show on the interwebs. Also a very honest person and sexy, I might add. E, how you doing? Love me some E. Everybody, show some love to E in the chat. Give me another $5. The Country Club, who is an enemy of Trump, which Trump is part of, where he plays golf. Yeah, Trump literally owns country clubs. Yet somehow it's the left who are country club politicians. Junior Flews, 777, never mind. All right, never mind of you, but thank you, Junior Flews. Cole James, 10 gifts. Woohoo, socialism. Cole James coming in hard and sexy, giving everybody, not everybody, 10 people free membership to Dust Buddies. So you guys spam the chat with impunity and thank Cole James for it. Seth LeBron, you should start playing Christopher Titus. I used to watch Titus, that show with Stacy Keach and him. He might actually come on your show. Clips from his newest special really would hit you. Also, last week cast. All right, I will check it out. I don't know if he'll come on my show or not, but you should holler at him and see if he will. Floyd Fluff and Stuff, $10. There was also real voter fraud by maggots in the villages. There were. Wonder if he's going to arrest those people. A conservative retirement city and also a Category 5 STD heaven. Yep, old folks like to bone. We know that from the old folks' homes. STDs all over the place. And all right, folks. That's my super chats. Please, more super chats, which is the lifeblood of the show. Gonna read all the rest of them at halftime. So get them in. Immortalize yourself forever and ever and ever in the super chats. But we still got plenty of show to go. And also, folks, if you love my show, and you know you do, you're watching it, please consider supporting me on Patreon, patreon.com/podcast. Click on the description of the video. There's a link in the video. And $1 to a month. You don't have to chip in a lot. Just anything. Anything helps. So please, and also there's a link in the video where you can buy a copy of Harrowing Tales of Woke, which is my new comic book that will be coming out in the next couple weeks. I'm still working on it, still finishing it up, but it's amazing, and you should buy an autographed first edition copy, which will be worth at least $30 in the future. So do that. And all right, folks, moving right along. Gonna have another long-ass show tonight. I've been thinking I'm going to start doing a Wednesday show, folks, because every show I do now is like 3 hours. So I'm going to have to add a third show. Maybe next week I'm going to add a third show. No promises, but we'll see. But for now, it's time for Trash World. Trash World! Trash World! Dumpster fire! Hell is Trash World! Trash World! Everything sucks all of the time. Trash World! Trash World! And first up, on tonight's Trash World, so you guys know about the new Amazon Lord of the Rings show, The Rings of Power. Apparently, it is the most expensive show in the history of shows. Jeff Bezos paying $1 billion with a B, $1 billion for this show. They've had 2 episodes so far. And I watched it, pretty good. We can talk about more about that in a second. But of course, exactly what you expected to happen happened, because it stars a woman, and there's some black folks and some brown folks in it. And so, of course, it's woke. God damn it, why is everything woke? So the usual crowd making their YouTube videos. They have their own cottage industry of outrage. Woke, it's woke. Yikes, it's woke. The new thing has women and black folks in it. It's so woke. Why is everything trash now? Every time they do this, I can't believe anybody watches this bullshit, but they do. Real fucking dumb. And anyway, they mad about diversity in this new show, but I watched it, and like most of the show is this, folks. I was going to say Cracker Central, but I'm not supposed to say cracker because that is a racial slur. It's Mayonnaise Central. That's no better, to be honest with you. That's still a racial slur. Anyway, it's white folks. It's full on to the brim. White folks everywhere. There are a couple black folks in it, couple brown, just a few. Why are you mad? It's so stupid. It's racism is what it is, folks. And I want to tell you a story. Now, this is going to sound like I'm making this up. And I promise you I'm not making this up. So when I was at my cookout yesterday, the wife of the dude that invited me to the cookout, she came out and we were talking. And these people do not have internet. I'm sure they've been on the internet before, but they are not regular denizens of the internet universe. They don't know about the culture war that's going on. They don't know about all this woke stuff. They don't have any idea. They watch TV a little bit, but not a whole lot. So they are not permanently online like we are and understand the behind the scenes stuff of this culture war. And I was talking to her. I was asking her if she's seen the new House of Dragons show, which is Game of Thrones, right? Like, have you seen the new Game of Thrones? And she's like, no, but I did see the first 2 episodes of the new Lord of the Rings show. And she was like, I was so happy to see that they had a few people in there that looked like me. It just meant so much to me to finally see people that look like me in these shows. And I just loved it so much. And it just illustrated to me how important representation is. Like I said, this is not a woman who was into this culture war thing, knows anything about it. This is just grassroots. A woman telling me how she feels about being included, about how important representation is. And it is. It is nice when you're seeing these movies she was in her 60s. For 60 years. And very few people are actually representative of you in a lot of these shows. To actually see people that look like you actually means a lot. And not only that, since we live in a capitalist society, it brings different demographics into viewing the show, which is what it's all about. They spend $1 billion on the show. They want as many people to watch it as they can. And I know it's going to be shocking to you, but white folks only make up a small portion of the population of Earth. And white men make up way less than that. Women are like half the population. So by having a few minorities in the show and having a few powerful women in the show, it appeals to a much broader audience and makes more money. Capitalism. So when people complain about wokeness and diversity in shows, what they really hate is capitalism. The same people that claim they love capitalism, they're capitalists to their core, they live every day as capitalists, they actually hate capitalism when it does something that they don't like. Case in point, Elon Musk. Is there ever been a finer example of capitalism than fucking Elon Musk, the welfare queen who took billions of dollars from the government and then used it to make himself the richest man on earth? Of course, gonna go shit on the show. Now, he gonna pretend like he ain't shit on the show because there's black folks in it. Wink. Elon says Tolkien is turning in his grave. And then he gotta hedge his bets and be like, hey, well, I'm not saying that because it's got brown folks in it or women in it. I gotta make up an excuse for why I don't like it. So then he says, almost every male character so far is a coward, a jerk, or both. Only Galadriel is brave, smart, and nice. I mean, this guy, what is this guy's name? Eritrean? He seemed pretty badass. I wonder why you didn't mention him. I wonder what it is about this guy that kept you, Elon Musk, from giving him a shout out for being brave. And can't put my finger on it. Must be something about this guy that made you not mention him. Anyway, we know, Elon. We know what you're really saying here. They have a powerful woman. Woke. They have black folks. Woke. Folks, I'm just saying, maybe Tesla should forever, here on out, be known as the car for white supremacists. Now, I'm not saying that if you drive a Tesla, you're a white supremacist. I'm just saying I'm going to assume you are. And I think everybody else should assume you are from now on. So, might not want to buy one. Might want to fuck the fuck off, Tesla owners. Just saying, fuck everything about this guy. Tesla to zero. CNN to zero. NFTs to zero. Tesla to zero. That's my new credos. And anyway, so Neil Gaiman, is that his name? He's the guy that made the show, and I guess the comic book or whatever the fuck it is. The Sandman, pretty good. I liked it. Got on the Twitters and fired back. Elon Musk doesn't come to me for advice on how to fail to buy Twitter. And I don't go to him for TV or literature criticism. Burn. Everybody support Neil Gaiman. If he made a car, I would buy that shit. And, Cody Johnston, sexy ass Cody Shody. What's up, Cody? Giving Elon the business. Quote tweeted him. Says, I'm sure there are legitimate problems with the show. Actually, the show, I don't even like Lord of the Rings. You guys know me. I hate Lord of the Rings. To me, the only thing more boring than the Lord of the Rings movies was the Hobbit movies. 6 movies of absolute boring trash. I went to see the Hobbit movies at the theater, paid $15 for my ticket, paid $50 for my date's ticket, and after I got a hand job in the theater, we walked right out of it. We got right out of it. Hand jobs weren't even excited enough to get me to stay and watch that garbage. But the new Lord of the Rings show, pretty good. It's very beautifully shot. Amazing to watch in HD, just saying. Anyway. But I love when babies have to come up with complaints and pretend they've never seen the story. All characters are static. Their first appearance is how they will always be. Yeah, even if all the men were cowards and shit. It's the second episode. They have to set up a backstory. You have to give the characters a chance for redemption arcs to see where it's going to go before you give your fucking hard opinion about it. God damn you, Elon. But of course, you got to be chuds. The white supremacist car. Don't buy Tesla. And I hate to even, I don't actually. I was going to say I hate to report on this, but I don't hate to report it. This is one of the stories that that right-wing people send me. And they're like, you won't report this, Dusty. You too scared. And I'm like, what the fuck you talk about? Yes, I will. So apparently one of the leaders of the Black Lives Matter organization has stolen $10 million from the organization. They've been buying themselves $1 million houses and shit. They've been reaping the benefits, looting the coffers. And somebody said, see, there's no accountability, but they're literally being sued by the other BLM chapters. Or, you know, accountability. Exactly what's supposed to happen. And like, it's sad, folks, but this happens all the time. Good causes oftentimes get taken over by bad people who use those causes to fill their own coffers, to benefit themselves. And when this happens, they absolutely should be called out. They absolutely should be held accountable. But just because this asshole at the top of BLM stole some of the money doesn't mean BLM is a bad cause. It's a good cause. It's sad that a lot of people have donated to a very good cause and they've been taken advantage of. That happens all the time. But it doesn't change the fact that the judicial system is racist as fuck. That it is not fair. That black people are killed at a higher rate, treated way more poorly, and it needs to be fixed. This piece of shit doesn't change any of that. So, yep, I'll cover it. Sue the shit out of him. Take every goddamn penny he has and hold him all accountable. That's what I'm for. And someone needs to mop up your splooge. I know, right? Always the way. And speaking of trash world, you guys hear about Bill Murray getting robbed? Not Bill Murray. I know Bill Murray handsy and shit. He got fired from his last movie because he was groping, I guess. I think he was just doing the old man Biden sniffing hair bullshit that they think is acceptable in 2022 and it ain't. But anyway, so he had this charity where he was getting money and shit from NFTs, which are bad. Like, I almost don't feel sorry for him because it's NFTs and all NFTs should go to zero. But it's, at the same time, it's Bill Murray and he was doing it for charity and shit. But anyway, of course, it's NFTs and Bitcoins and bullshit. So he was robbed. They stole $174,000 from him, wiped it out. And it's almost like you shouldn't be involved in NFTs at all or cryptocurrency. It's almost like it's all a fucking scam and you should avoid it so you don't lose your money. Better luck next time, Bill Murray. And then on the trash world. Oh shit, okay, warning! Warning! Do not watch this video. This video contains death. Another week, another police execution. So, these two brothers got in an argument with some guy, and I don't know who pulled their gun first, but these two people ended up getting in a shootout with each other. The guy shot this guy, Brian Richardson's brother, and so Brian Richardson apparently was trying to protect his brother and other people, and he pulled out his gun, he fired at the guy, hit the guy, and the guy ran off. So Brian Richardson kept his gun because he was trying to protect the first responders because there was an insane guy with a gun that just shot his brother, and he wanted to protect them while they tried to keep his brother alive. Also known as a good guy with a gun. So guess what happened to him, folks? Don't watch this. Warning! The following video contains graphic content that may disturb to all viewers.
All right, guys. I'm a paramedic. Okay. He's got a hole right just above his foot.
So, this is his brother. They got shot. He's down there, paramedic, and he's over here with a gun trying to protect the people. And then someone says, he's got a gun!
Okay, we're going to put a chest seal, okay? So bear with me, okay? Down for 10 minutes. Bring him down. Hey, open his airway, okay? Put him down on his back. Open his airway.
Hey! He has a gun! He has a gun! In his hand, pointing at people! No, stop!
Drop it! Drop it! Go, go, go!
Yep, straight up execution, folks. Straight. There you go. This is why I don't carry my gun, folks. I bought a gun specifically to protect myself when I'm out in public. I won't carry that shit ever. Fucking ever. This whole good guy with a gun bullshit, they do this all the fucking time, where they murder these good guys with the guns. So hell no, do not pack. Yeah, now there's 2 brothers that are dead. Both the brothers died from this situation. But don't worry, folks. The cops are investigating themselves. You want to get more angry? This is what they put out. This is from the OCPD. No threat to the public remained as of 3 p.m. briefing. And the deputy who shot the man was placed on paid administration leave. You know, the deputy who assassinated the guy for no reason right in front of us. Paid vacation. Pending an investigation by us. We're investigating ourselves. I think anytime someone pulls a gun and indiscriminately starts shooting at other people, the entire community's at threat. What's good about this case is a lot of people called us and our deputies are able to respond to put themselves between innocent civilians and a bad guy, Canty said. The people should be confident that the Orange County Sheriff's Office is out all the time. So we're going to go where we're needed. We're going to go where the calls dictate, and we're going to make sure that this community is safe. Don't you guys feel so safe? All you good guys with a gun out there, don't you feel safe? You should, because they're going to murder your ass. They're going to kill you too. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you have the best intentions. I don't care if you put your hand up and say don't do it while you're trying to hand the gun to a cop next to you. They're going to kill all y'all. So you keep backing that blue, you fucking bootlickers. Warning! Here's another example. So, apparently they claim that these were gang members, but you never know. The cops are liars. Whatever they say should be inadmissible in court by default. So watch, folks. This is their very first contact with these people. Very first contact. They drive up, roll down the window, and within 1 second, begin firing. Yeah, what the fuck? Let's watch that again. They roll up. Haven't even talked to anybody. Roll down the window, just start firing. There's a word for this. It's called a drive-by. The police are the most dangerous gang in America.
Hey, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right
And you hear what they're saying. Nobody's fired at them. No one's done anything with them. But on the radio, officer firing. We need help. We need more backup out here. They're the bad guys. We're the good guys.
Hey, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there.
Yeah, stay right there. I mean, we're indiscriminately shooting at you. Just stay there and let us do it. It's fucking crazy as shit. So let's see what the cops said happened. Wonder what their story is. Officer involved shooting in Foothill Division. On July 21st, 2022, Foothill Division Uniform Gang Enforcement Detail officers were conducting a patrol. Officers observed a known gang member, ooh, so scary, exiting the passenger side of the parked vehicle in the front of the driveway, a residence in the 7000 Radford Avenue. When officers attempted to conduct a pedestrian stop on the suspect, he appeared to be holding a firearm. Did you see a firearm? That's because he didn't have one. Apparently he had a vape or something, and the cop didn't see anything. They just lie, folks. They lie. Their word should be inadmissible by default. Fuck everything about these people. Defund the police. You can't reform it. You cannot reform this. And meanwhile, in Canada, trash ass goddamn country of Canada, way to give America a run for their fucking money.
Against a police in Kitchener, Ontario are looking into a disturbing attack against a pharmacist who says he was targeted simply for providing COVID-19 vaccines. CTV's Stephanie Villela has the details tonight.
Pharmacist Ramsey Shaker says he's never been afraid to go to work until recently.
I'm watching my back now.
Wednesday morning before opening up, he was getting coffee nearby when he was attacked.
Someone hit me in the head right here.
Shaker believes he was targeted because of the logo on his jacket.
Screamed at my face and he said, I know you've been giving the F vaccine to everyone.
Shaker says he was punched 3 times in the back of his head, in his stomach and legs. The alleged attack continued until a bystander and an off-duty police officer stepped in to help, leading to the man's arrest.
Imagine in this fucking trash world, you have a pandemic that's killing millions. And you're part of the people trying to give the life-saving vaccine to save people. And you get beaten for it, have to worry about your own safety and your own life. That's what it's become in this world. Because of conservatives. Because of these regressive fucking pieces of shit. These violent shit stains. And folks, I just never thought I'd see the day where librarians would become the enemy. I was talking to my neighbor about this at the cookout. It's not like it was when we were kids. No, Republicans have never been good. Conservatives have never been good people. But they fucking changed. Shit has gone downhill so fast. It's amazing to see what they've become. How do any of you leave the house as a conservative without hanging your head in shame? I just don't understand it.
In America. Today, the trustees are facing a recall.
What I hate to see is my community torn apart like this.
The director just resigned.
Do you feel that you've given in? That you've been defeated here? That
part of me does, yes. But they start showing up at your house, guns on their hips and Bible tracts in their hands.
Activists demanding that the library ban more than 400 books, like genderqueer.
Even if we do nothing to you, eventually, if you don't repent of wanting to harm our children with pornography, that's up to God.
Things need to change. Otherwise, you bring curses upon yourselves, period. From the Most High.
Are any of those books in the
The scary part is they are the ones that believe that they speak and act for God. So when they say you bring curses on you from the Most High, that means you bring violence upon you from us. The crazy people who believe God is speaking to us.
Are any of those books in the library?
Not a single one.
Still, this little library might not survive.
Our insurer has decided to non-renew for what they're saying is increased risk exposures. We can't operate without insurance.
We bumped into one of the people pushing the recall, taking out books to see if they should also be banned.
If I take someone else's word, that's not good, right? There you go, exactly.
She refused to talk to us. In fact, everyone on that side of the argument we reached out to refused to talk to us. But one of them did explain her motivation at a library board meeting. They are now held here because so many people were showing up to the meetings, so many of them were armed, that they moved the library board meetings to a bigger building that is also right next to the sheriff's department.
Here is that one woman's motivation.
My job is to protect our kids from sexual deviance, who will be drawn to our library if inappropriate sexual material is on our library shelves, and using our kids.
The library is the enemy now, folks. That's how crazy they've gotten. And I know that's CNN. I'm still going to post like articles and links from CNN. Just don't go there. If I post them, they're not making any money off me, so it doesn't matter. It's all good. And then one more on the trash world. Fuck Jay-Z. Apparently Jay-Z mad because people going around saying eat the rich. We're trying to combat wealth inequality. And this motherfucker, a billionaire. So he's like, oh my God. It's okay to be a billionaire. Why everybody mad at billionaires? Jay-Z compares being labeled a capitalist to being called the N-word. Fuck everything about you, Jay-Z. Shameless. Shameless. Money just turns you into a subhuman. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what you used to believe in. What kind of morals you used to have. Seems like it's everybody. I guess power corrupts absolutely. And Jay-Z's a prime example. Fuck you, Jay-Z. We coming for every bit of it. Every bit of it, Jay-Z. Jay-Z to zero. And that is my trash world. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What you got to say, dirty, sexy boys? Get your super chats in. Got to read the super chats at halftime. Support the show on the super chats. Eat the rich. Yep. Spam the chat with impunity. Yeah, awesome ass dust buddies. So goddamn ignorant. Yep, it's scary that this is what the country's become. Scary that anybody could leave the house being a conservative and not just feel like they're too embarrassed to show their face in public. Are there any trustworthy news sources anymore? I guess MSNBC is the best one of them now. But like all 90-year-old old folk boomers, we all get our news from the internet these days, so you don't have to really worry about the news networks anymore. And all right, folks, moving right along. Already an hour and a half into the show, but still got plenty to go. Time for some what the fuck? Let's do it. What the fuck? WTF exclamation point, WTF question mark, not necessarily in that order. And first off, on what the fuck, I gotta take this class, yo. I wish they would have this at the local college and I could get like $10,000 credit to take this class. So apparently they got a fucking class here. They teaching how to fuck. They teaching how to do, what do you call it when the girl rides on top? Doggy, that's not doggy style. I know, cowgirl, and then reverse cowgirl is when you switch around the other way. Anyway, what's cool about this is how amazed the other women are at the most basic of instruction. Sort of bizarre. Let's have a look. Let me turn it up first because it's a very short clip. All right, pay attention. Pay attention to what you're about to see. This is so important and will be on the test.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
while you're doing
6. Left foot goes over the body. I'm staying low, turning around.
Oh, okay. That's how you turn your body around. You put your feet in a different position and spin. Oh, why didn't I think of that? I'm just fucking in cowgirl the whole time. I'm thinking, I wish I could turn around and do reverse cowgirl, but I don't know how. I wish somebody would teach me. Gotta put your left foot on the other side and turn. Oh, finally, I get it. I get it. Yeah, she is stacked. Like sugar stack house. And then, I don't know what the fuck. It is amazing. Did you guys see this one? Now, this is a celebration I can get behind. Apparently, this was some kind of bare knuckles MMA match. I don't know. And this lady won.
We might be done.
You are done.
Yeah, I don't see the count of 10 reached by referee Joel Quaid. Welcome to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Ty Emery.
And those definitely aren't real, but she paid a pretty penny for those, and she's showing them off. So, cool.
Haven't seen that one yet before, but look at that uppercut right there.
Uppercut, oof. It's bare knuckles.
We might be
down to the city, yo. That was a good what the fuck for a change. And then, on the what the fuck. What the fuck? Apparently there's this website, and it's called Better Me Health Coaching. And I can't help but notice that the way they represent men and represent women is slightly different. So here they are. Here's their representative of the average male, 45 to 65, and they nailed it. They got my body down perfectly, ripped. I got my cum gutters, all of that. Definitely what I look like. And then let's see what they make a woman who's 45 to 65 look like. Oh, it's a grandma. She looks 90. What are you doing? This is just misogynistic. I don't even know what's happening anymore. And then on what the fuck. Folks, nobody died. I can say that. I guarantee you there were some motherfuckers that was hurt, but nobody died, so no death here in this video. So, if you needed more of a reasoning never to go to carnivals and bullshit, this is a pretty good reason not to. So they kind of stuck at the top and they're like, hey, why isn't this thing not dropping? Let's get going. Yeah, ow. Yeah, just broke your butt there. There's a lawsuit. How you gonna defend yourself against that when there's video? And then, folks, you hear about this one. In Mississippi, here in my neck of the woods, apparently there was a terrorist, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna steal a plane and then I'm going to threaten to crash it into a
This
Walmart.
person on board this plane came so close to a successful landing, according to Tupelo police. They were on the phone with this person on board, and they were able to connect him with negotiators over the phone, police negotiators. And then the police brought in, according to their most recent accounting, another pilot to try and talk this person flying this stolen Beechcraft King Air back to the
he was like, yeah, I'm going to crash it into the Walmart. He didn't say why he was going to do it, but if I could guess, Trump supporter? I don't know. Apparently he put a picture of him at the airport when Trump was coming in. So I have no evidence he's a Trump supporter, but we know that a lot of right-wing violence has popped up since Joe Biden's last speech. So I'm going to guess it had something to do with that, but he decided not to crash the airplane into fucking Walmart. Can't even go to goddamn Walmart anymore. The fuck this world becoming, yo? Gotta worry about a plane crashing into the motherfucking place. Just a banana boat. And I'm going to show you another clip down here that I put in the wrong place. But, like, more examples of these crazy fucking assholes on the conservative side threatening violence, these gravy seals putting videos of themselves out since Biden's speech threatening violence. Here's a few examples. Let's watch these genetic specimens.
Well, hey, don't mind me. Just getting ready for my IRS audit. I know this is about to come. Listen.
Didn't pay your taxes.
I'm just like you.
You're not.
I've seen what happened to Trump. Yeah, it's go time.
Go time.
Everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about.
We know. We do.
The Democrat Nazis have gone too far. Just look at what they've said in the Senate in the past.
What?
Look at all the ammunition the IRS is buying up.
Okay.
Look at the new classification they come out with the MBEs. I fit that description quite nicely.
You're telling yourself.
Yeah. If you followed me on my other account, follow me on this one as well. Don't let them shut me up.
Don't let them, y'all.
Every time I come across one of you who have lost your account due to the Democrat Nazis on the Democrat Nazi app, I follow you.
That's right, folks. You know what I'm talking about. It's go time. And this guy, he been training and working out. Definitely. Super amazing shape. Here's another one.
Sanctioned by the U.S. government. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. May God be with you all.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill all you Democrats. Yeah, murder you all. We're the good guys, y'all. We're super amazing. We are the good people. Look at us. Doesn't he look good? Wishing the purge would come so he could be a patriot and murder us all. Super cool. So I'm guessing that's what the guy who stole that plane was like. He's basically some version of this dude.
Because as bad as you may think I am, as far as you think I'm willing to go to protect that, fathom how deep that well of mine truly goes.
That's right. He's so scary, folks. He's gonna smash us with his gut. Ooh. Somebody buy this dude a shirt. Stat. You do know that we can see you, right? Good Lord. You doughy fuck. And hey, that's the typical gravy seals for you. They want us to be afraid of them, but I'm really not. I mean, your jokes. I mean, it is scary to think that you could crash planes in a Walmart, kill innocent children and shit like the terrorists you are. That's sort of bad. But like on an individual basis, each one of you is just a fucking joke meant to be laughed at and mocked and ridiculed for the shit stain on the underwear of life that you actually are. And last up on the what the fuck? What the fuck in Canada? Apparently these two dudes killed 10 people by stabbing them? Holy, how do you kill 10 people by stabbing them? I guess you go up to each individual, 2 dudes at a time, and just craziness. I have not been following the story very much, but can some Canadian explain to me what the fuck is going on up there in Canada? I think one of these guys died. They caught him. The other one was at large last time I checked. Did they get this guy? Somebody tell me, but holy shit. What the fuck? And I'm sure conservatives are going to be using this as an excuse not to ban guns. You're like, hey, see? mass stabbings happen. You can kill a bunch of people with a knife just like you can a gun. So why aren't you calling for the ban of knives? Because, like, regardless, if this very rare situation happened where they killed a bunch of people with a knife, it's way harder to mass murder a bunch of folks with a knife than it is with AR-15. That's sort of the whole point, obviously. Yeah, stabby, that's some crazy ass shit. And that is my what the fuck. What you guys got to say in the Dirty Sexy Poor chat? Scared for my daughter, though. Yeah, I know, right? It is a scary time. These terrorist cult MAGA members everywhere. But they don't actually believe they're the good guys. I don't believe that. I don't actually think that they believe anything they say anymore. I'm going to quit pretending like I believe that they believe what they say. They're all liars. They probably stab in Canada, maybe because of gun laws. I don't know. I mean, probably, but that's not really what I was talking about. It's worse. The suspects are First Nations, so you can see where conservatives will take that. Oh, yeah. Savages, probably that's what they're going to call them. Crazy ass shit over there in Canada. And all right, folks, rolling right along. It's time for some heroes. Billy Bowie, and first off on the heroes list, folks, you always hear these weak, pathetic snowflake comedians say comedy is dead. You can't even say anything anymore. You're not allowed to make jokes about transgender people. You're not allowed anymore because of Nazis. Yeah, you can. I make jokes including trans people sometimes at their expense, not meanness though. There's a difference between being mean. There's also a difference between telling the same hacky jokes over and over again and then telling us we're supposed to find them funny. These old ass jokes we've heard a million times, they're not funny. You're a fucking hack. Well, anyway, here's a great example of how you can tell trans jokes without offending trans people. This was sent to me by several trans people who thought this was funny. Let's have a listen.
I was talking to a guy about a trans person we both know, and he goes, I fully support it. I mean, I'll play along. I was like, I don't think that's what they're going for. I don't think you're scoring a lot of points walking up to a trans person. Sure. If you say so. Honey, come here. This one's believable. This is crazy. He was mad about the trans swimmer Leah Thomas who kept winning races. He said, this is messed up, man. There needs to be an asterisk next to those wins. And I said, I call bullshit. He goes, exactly. I said, no, that you care about women swimming. I've known you for quite some time. I've never heard you mention it. This outrage. This outrage rings insincere. And he said, what if I have a daughter? And I said, you won't. You're 55 and you have a roommate. I don't think it's going to happen for you. He said, what if I raise a girl who turns out to be an Olympic swimming champion? I said, if you can find someone dumb enough to let you come inside her, I can pretty much guarantee that kid is not going to grow up to be a winner, okay? He was pissed off. He said, it could happen. I never wear condoms. I said, you never wear condoms and you don't have a kid? It's too bad your sperm isn't a trans woman who would know how to swim.
Solid joke. I like that. Guy's pretty funny. So, yeah, as long as you're funny, as long as you don't tell the same jokes over and over again, as long as your jokes aren't just specifically based in meanness for no other reason than to be mean and offensive, then it's not actually a fucking problem. Maybe just learn to be funnier, you fucking hacks. And then, folks, on the heroes list, Kefos! Kefos made the heroes list this week. Now, I've said before, I've never seen a Kefos video, so I'm not the biggest Kefos fan. But, however, Kefos got Kiwi Farms taken down for good. And while I personally never called for Kiwi Farms to be taken down, Kiwi Farms is a site that leads to a lot of dangerous activity. A lot of doxing, a lot of hatred, a lot of lies that's specifically aimed at trans people. That's specifically created to hurt trans people for no other reason than the fact that they hate trans people. And it's really weird. Like, the entire site, the entire purpose of it is just to shit on people, to find as much negative information about people as you possibly can, to make fun of them, to ridicule them, to bully them, to harass them, to get everybody to jump on the bandwagon and make their lives horrible. But they focus so much of their attention onto trans people. Imagine what they could do if they focus that same attention, that same energy on the oil executives, the Catholic Church, the Saudi Arabian government, anything. The real horrible piece of trash in the world actually harming our earth. Imagine the good they could do, but instead, they obsess over trans people. That is their target enemy for some very bizarre reason. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, but anyway, sha-na-na-na, na-na-na-na. Oh, it's an out of sync. They won't. He's just a ventriloquist. Don't tell him. In sync rules. Okay, if I'm out of sync, you guys know what that means. Time to reboot my computer. We're not going to freak out. We know how to handle the situation now. It deserves a full reboot. So, you guys, tell each other jokes in the chat. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Best joke wins. Be right back, y'all. Okay, we're back. See, that's the great thing about failing in the past. Every failure is an opportunity to improve. Oh shit, I didn't get the fucking, goddamn it, I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. I didn't get the super chats. I told myself, if it happens again, the first thing you have to do is get the super chats and copy and paste them so you'll have them when they get back. And I failed. I'm so sorry. God damn it, Dusty. So, I'm sorry if I missed your super chats, but what you gonna do? At least I know how to handle the problem. I'm gonna get better and better at this, folks. We handled this like a champ this time. We did it. Sorry about the super chats. Hey, but get your super chats in, because gonna read all the rest of them at the halftime. I apologize, but you're supporting the show anyway, so just know that you did good. You supported the show. Anyway, so at first, the guy who runs Kiwi Farms was all arrogant and shit. He was like, the prognosis of the site is much better today than it was yesterday. Our services are coming online again on their own, and I have managed to schedule some calls with providers. They're like, yeah, the tide of public opinion is turning more against people like this every day. Talking about trans people and people that don't want to be abused by the site. The ruse is crumbling in no small part due to the most visible trans advocates. That's right. Everybody hates you trans people so much that we're still in fucking business and we're going to be up forever, you evil trans people. They call them troons. That is the basically the N-word for trans people. That's all they refer to them as troons. So I'm not going to use that word because, of course, that's a slur, but that's what they say. So anyway, yeah, we're winning against you trans people. We're totally winning. The tide is turning. So then the next thing you know, people was mad. So the next thing you know, of course, since Kiwi Farms is a hate site, somebody went on there and basically threatened to murder Kefals. I guess Kefals was in Belfast, and they commented that they were going to go to some kind of restaurant, some kind of poutine restaurant. And so, of course, somebody posted, just rang up a couple of lads down in Belfast and asked them to plant bombs in all of those places. Also, 3 armed men will be at each place waiting. Yeah, super cool, Kiwi Farms. And so Kiwi Farms has a company called Cloudflare who handles their DDoS protection, which keeps their site up. It's like the main company that does this. Without this company, your site basically is going to collapse and go into oblivion. So at first, Cloudflare was like, no, we're going to continue to support Kiwi Farms. We believe in free speech, and we're never, ever going to get rid of them. Next thing you know, Cloudflare loses $3 billion in market cap because of the pressure that the trans community, along with Kefals, put on them. They started to see it in their fucking pocketbook. Their own customers started saying, hey, if you don't do something about this, we are going to abandon your website. So the next thing you know, they're like, yeah, we're blocking Kiwi Farms. Yep. They put out a whole big thing that said, yeah, well, now we're starting to take this seriously because now they're threatening people, even though it's always been about threatening people. Multiple people have committed suicide because of the site. It's always been a trash heap, but it's hitting their bottom line, so they got to they now care about the threat that Kiwi Farms is causing. So they block Kiwi Farms. So the next thing you know, that guy who was the owner of Kiwi Farms, who was like, yeah, we're winning against the trans people. We're winning against the evil trans people. People are turning against him. Now he's like, in my life, there's a family emergency. It has nothing to do with the rest of the forum drama. Cloudflare was both our application level DDoS mitigation and our domain registrar. They have given me a way to transfer my names to another server. I do not know what registrar to send it to because I do not have faith in any company. So basically, long story short, he's like, we're fucked. We're fucked. They won. It's all over for Kiwi Farms. And it basically is, because once Cloudflare drops you, it's fucking over. I still down. So they even removed Kiwi Farms from the Wayback Machine. I didn't even know that was a possibility. You know, the Wayback Machine is a place that has a database of old versions of the websites that you visit, so you can go back and see what the website looked like in the past. They memory hold Kiwi Farms. Even it's gone, which is good because all the information back on there is like doxing shit. They have a lot of information on there that's very dangerous to everybody, but especially trans people, since that seems to be the most hated thing on the website. So, Catfalls won. You gotta just admit it. You may hate it, you may not like it, but she won. She beat you guys. And like, all she did was exercise her First Amendment rights. All she did was use free speech to attack their customers, right? To attack the people providing them service and let them know that there's going to be a penalty on your bottom line if you don't act accordingly. And so many conservatives are so mad. They're like, oh my God, this is an end of free speech. This is exactly how you guys have been telling me that the market is supposed to work my entire life. Libertarians, my entire life. It's like, hey, companies, corporations don't need regulations, Dusty. The market regulates them. If these corporations act horribly, then people will speak out against it. They will unite and they will stop spending their money at these companies. They will go to their advertisers and to the customers of the company. They will complain to them, and people will vote with their dollars. And the companies will change their behavior. They will regulate themselves because that's what the market does. That's 100% what happened here. And now they're bitching, oh my God, free speech is dead. This is capitalism, motherfuckers. This is what you wanted. It's amazing how much you guys hate capitalism when it doesn't work out the way you wanted it to. Learn to love it, motherfuckers. This is the system you have propped up. Working as intended, fuckos. And big shout out to the heroes across the country, the women who have started registering in droves as Democrats because of Roe versus Wade. After the Supreme Court overturned Roe and Ohio, Republicans restricted abortion access, tens of thousands of women in the state have registered to vote, making Ohio one of the fastest growing in the country in terms of new women voters. Good. You in trouble. You in trouble, Republicans. All that hate you've been putting out there, it coming back to bite you. I know it seems weird, but people have a problem with demanding 13-year-old rape victims carry their rapist babies. Who could have possibly have seen this coming? Fucking idiots. And then, big shout out to the heroes who were the publicists of, what is their name? Jason Aldean, who is some kind of country singer, and his wife. Apparently his wife decided to go online and make some transphobic comments because that's smart in this day and age. Hey, what's the worst that could happen, you fucking moron? So next thing you know, Jason Aldean's longtime publicist has dropped the country artist amid backlash over transphobic remarks made by his wife on social media. Music has always been and remains the Green Room's core focus, so we had to make the difficult decision after 17 years to step away from representing Jason. Tyne Parrish, a co-owner of the Tennessee-based company, said Thursday in a statement to Billboard. You can say, yeah, cancel culture, but it's just capitalism, folks. This is the system you wanted. These companies who make money off the public liking them and supporting them don't want to be associated with these trash humans. They know it's bad for their bottom line, and they'll bail out in a goddamn heartbeat if it hurts their fucking bank account. This is what you wanted. The market is regulating themselves. So anyway, his wife got out there for some reason. Nobody asked her. Not a goddamn soul. And she's like, I'd really like to thank my parents for not changing my gender when I went through my tomboy phase. Because, you know, that's what's happening. You just go through a tomboy phase and then your parents are like, you're a boy. We got to cut your bits off. You're a boy now. And then that's just logic and reason in the world these fucking morons live in. Britney Aldean wrote in the caption of a makeup video posted to Instagram last week, I love this girly life. After Morris Pope and other artists called her out, she doubled down, because of course she did. Look at that face. It's not an intelligent woman. I can just tell by looking at her. That's mean. You can't tell if somebody's intelligent by looking at them. Bad, Dusty. Anyway, she said, advocating for the genital mutilation of children under the disguise of loving and calling it gender-affirming care is one of the worst evils. She doesn't give a shit about any of this. Not a fucking care in the world. She's just jumping on this bandwagon because she thinks it makes her look pious in some way. I will always support my children and do what I can to protect their innocence, Aldean wrote. You keeping away from church? No, you're not? Oh, that's what I thought. Some parents want to be accepted by society so badly that they're willing to make life-altering decisions for their children who aren't old enough to fully comprehend the consequences of their own actions. They're just supporting. They're just trying to support their children and be there for them so they don't commit suicide, which trans kids do at a very high rate. Maybe someday, maybe if your kids came to you and they were going through the stress of feeling like they were born to the wrong body, feeling that they were assigned the wrong gender, and feeling incredibly depressed about it and suicidal, I'm hoping you would change your mind. I'm hoping you would see that unconditional love is unconditional. My mama did that. My mama was incredibly anti-gay. And then my sister, I don't want to say came out as gay, but married a woman and came out as gay. And my mom's like, oh, super cool. I don't have a problem with it no more. Suddenly, when it's you, when it's your family, it's different. So hopefully it happens to you. Well, not hopefully it happens to you, but hopefully if it did happen to you, you would be better about it than you are. And big shout out to this representative company, this Tyne Parrish, for dropping these dill weeds. And then also, big shout out to country singer Maren Morris, who I have never heard about before, but is beautiful, and I love her. She spoke out against those transphobes just days after being insulted on television by Fox News host Tucker Carlson. Country music star Maren Morris has managed to turn the insult into some big bucks for transgender organizations, hero. The clash began after Morris criticized critical comments that were made by country singer Jason Aldean's wife, Britney Aldean, regarding gender-affirming care for trans children. Days after his wife's comment, the country singer was dropped by his long-term PR firm based in Nashville. Although the firm declined to specify why Aldean was dropped, we know why. While discussing the exchange on his television show, Tucker Carlson Tonight, the Fox News host labeled Morris a lunatic country person. Morris made light of the situation on her social media and shortly after announced that she would be selling t-shirts with Carlson's quote on the front alongside the peer support and crisis hotline for trans youth to give back to the transgender community. All proceeds will be split between Trans Lifeline and GLAAD Transgender Media Program, said Morris in a tweet. Just 24 hours after announcing that the t-shirts were on sale, Morris posted that over $100,000 worth of t-shirts had been purchased. Over 100,000 raised, said Morris in a tweet. Have a great Labor Day weekend, lunatics. And here's her shirt that she put out. Hero, Maren Morris, lunatic country music person. That is an ugly t-shirt, but a great cause. So good on you. Welcome to the hero section. You earned it. And one more, folks. Been telling you about the CNN and how they're trying to lean harder right to appeal to the Fox News demographic, and how a bunch of their non-chud correspondents resigned in protest. Well, here's a great example of that. This is John J. Harwood, who gave this speech on CNN before resigning. These are his last words.
Well, look, they are standing by the message that President Biden offered. Of course, it was a political speech. We're in a midterm re-election year. The issues that he's talking about are inherently political. But I think it's also important to say that the core point he made in that political speech about a threat to democracy is true. Now, that's something that's not easy for us as journalists to say. We're brought up to believe there's two different political parties with different points of view, and we don't take sides in honest disagreements between them. But that's not what we're talking about. These are not honest disagreements. The Republican Party right now is led by a dishonest demagogue. Many, many Republicans are rallying behind his lies about the 2020 election and other things as well. And a significant portion, or a sufficient portion, of the constituency that they're leading attacked the Capitol on January 6th violently by offering pardons or suggesting pardons for those people who violently attacked the Capitol, which you've been pointing out numerous times this morning. Donald Trump made Joe Biden's point for him.
Yep, he did. So big ups to you, hero John Harwood, and good luck on your job search. I'm sure somebody will snap you up in no time. You gorgeous hero, you. And all right, let's see what you dirty sexy bulls have to say about the hero section. Trans rights, hell yeah. If you guys become a Dust Buddy for $2.99 a month, you can get this trans rights power fist after your name, which is a super awesome way to show your support. Overtime, is it overtime? Hell yeah. Who loves overtime? You love overtime. Be sure to reward me for overtime. Get your super chats in. Gonna read all of them at the end of the show. Please, please, please forgive me. No forgiveness. You know the rules. This is not your first rodeo. And move right along, folks. It's time for Beyond Parody. And first up on Beyond Parody, always parody Trump supporters took the time to let us know in the back of their truck that they're a total fucking moron by saying Biden is a traitor. What's he trade? Goods? Services? Does he import or export? I want to know. Might want to go back to school, you non-spelling motherfucker. And then, on Beyond Parody. So did you guys see this one? This was, what is the Gateway Pundit, which is a right-wing rag on the internet. You got fooled, because they are fools. Easy to fool fools, definitely. They posted, brainless gay activist hang top secret nuclear documents inside banner in Trump Tower doorway. Look at this. Some brainless gay activists went to Trump Tower and somehow, despite all the security and whatnot, were able to perfectly hang this banner up that says, for more top secret nuclear documents, raid here. It's a 5-second video, got 2.3 million views. The brainless left was at it again this weekend. They're so stupid. Only, of course, this is not true. Never happened. Here's the video, first of all. Brainless left. I can't believe they did this, but it's fake. This is a clip they just doctored from a Black Lives Matter rally. Obviously, they would not be allowed to do this. They would be tackled and security would rip this down immediately, but conservatives, dumb. You are dumb and you should feel stupid about it. So they're like, stupid libs. And then also, they can never take the loss, folks, no matter how obvious they are fucking losing and being made fun of. Now they're like, I seriously can't stop laughing. That is the win of the day. Trump approved it. Parody at its best, the ultimate trolling. It's one thing to have a poster, but this was something that requires rigging and ladders. Oh, you know it. Trump definitely approved it. This is the best troll. Yeah, Trump is the one that hung this banner up that said 4 more secret nuclear documents. Trump owning the libs again. Although, yeah, it didn't happen, folks. Here's the proof. Video altered to show rainbow banner at Trump Tower. Yep. You guys are not sophisticated anyway. You get fooled, and it's funny. Thank you. I love making fun of you. And then on Beyond Parody. Oh, shit, folks. I'm starting to think that something traumatizing must have happened to a lot of conservative men at Starbucks. I wish you guys would show me on this doll where the Starbucks coffee cup molested you, because so many of them hate baristas, anybody that dares drink Starbucks. Now, I don't drink Starbucks because I don't buy that overpriced bullshit, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck if you buy Starbucks. Your manliness is not in any way contingent upon your Starbucks usage. Anyway, this is a real conservative candidate. His name is Garrison Soldano. He's running for governor, and he put this video out himself, thinking that this made him look cool. The text on this video, let me read you before I play you the video. Hi, progressive leftists. Hey, dude, what's going on? How you doing today? If your idea of a man is sitting around in your skinny jeans, sipping on a grande peppermint mocha made with soy topped off with whip, then you do you. I'm gonna do me, which is a God-fearing American who loves this country and flag. That's right. You're not actually a man if you wear skinny jeans and drink soy lattes, which kind of reminds me, like, all these conservative dudes, they continuously declaring that trans women are actually men. Well, then I guess, following your logic, all that a trans woman would have to do is put on skinny jeans and start drinking a Starbucks soy latte, and then you would stop calling them a man, right? Figured it out! I have just cured transphobia. But anyway, to him, being a man is cutting wood, even though you don't have to cut wood anymore because, like, it's 2022 and we have gas and electric heaters. It's outdated. But he likes doing outdated shit because it makes him feel manly. Let's have a look.
Well, hi, progressive leftists. If your idea of a man is sitting around in your skinny jeans, drinking your Starbucks grande peppermint mocha made with soy with whip, talking about how great Biden's economy is and how great Biden's student loan forgiveness plan is, then you keep being you. I'm going to be me, which is a God-fearing American who loves this country, who loves this flag, that just wants to get up every single day and do an honest day's work to provide for myself and for my family without the government getting involved. Remember that.
Why I gotta remember that? The fuck's so important about you? I gotta remember your stupid bullshit. I don't even know you, motherfucker. Cringe! But he's a man. And conservatives are like, yeah! I don't care what his policy positions are. I don't care if he's gonna help me one goddamn iota. All I care about is he chops wood. Put this guy in Congress stat. Yeah! It's just, goddamn it, this is why we can't have fucking nice things. Republicans are so fucking stupid. You morons. Just bottom feeders. And folks, did you guys miss the zombie apocalypse? It happened. It did. September 3rd. That was the day that was predicted. Here's Morgan Fairchild. Remember that? Saturday Night Live, old school. Pointing out when former General Michael Flynn was going around warning people that 5G technology was going to unleash a horde of zombies for people who got vaccinated on September 3rd. Let's have a listen.
And now it has become common knowledge that the lipid nanoparticles found inside the COVID-19 vaccine can carry pathogens that can be activated with the right frequency being sent to them. So and there's a terrifying time to be an American Sir, how do you process this, and what would you encourage our listeners to do today, sir?
Well, I mean, number one, because this pathogen that you just talked about, I think that then there's some great articles written about how it relates.
First off, why does all conservative media use potatoes? You guys are literally backed by billionaires. I know this show has its problems, but generally, it looks and works pretty well. Anyway, go ahead.
I think that then there's some great articles written about how it relates to 5G technology that is being input basically globally. But my statement is that because this is a good versus evil time, it is actually one of the most consequential periods in history to be alive.
But they're talking out loud that lipid nanoparticles in the shots contain pathogens.
Preparing for that.
Here we go. Backing it up. Here we go.
We know that Marburg is not particularly contagious, but it has an extraordinarily high rate of fatality. And we know the mechanism by which this will be released. And that is inside of these shots that people already received, inside the lipid nanoparticles, the hydrogel, there exists pathogens inside of the particles that have not yet opened. Those pathogens are chimeric. They include E. coli Marburg, Ebola staphylococcus, and brewer's yeast, amongst others. We know that upon the broadcast from the 5G system that is now employed across the United States and the world for that matter, when they broadcast an 18 gigahertz signal for 1 minute, 3 different times as a pulse, it will cause those lipid nanoparticles to swell and release these pathogenic contents, thereby causing a Marburg epidemic that they've already spent the money on. It's already done, right? The Marburg epidemic, for purposes of the law, has happened, and now we just need the actual disaster to happen. And there's actually worse parts to it than that, including the 1p36 gene deletion that effectively will turn those poor people into zombies.
And 1p36 deletion syndrome is an actual side effect listed by Pfizer related to the COVID-19 vaccines, and that would cause you to begin to have seizures, begin to bite people, and to have problems with your frontal lobe. It's a lot. It's heavy.
Symptom. That's right, folks. You heard it there from former United States General Michael Flynn. Zombies. So, they had a date this was going to happen. September 3rd, folks. It's going to happen. Here's the cue, people. On September 3rd, don't go near any vaxxed people. Thank you. Please avoid me. Not just on September 3rd, but like all the dates on the calendar. That would be swell. Stay away from anyone who has the jab September 3rd. We warned you. They did warn you. Stay away from anyone with the COVID jab on September 3rd. They warned everybody, folks. Don't do it. So, it's the 6th now. Nothing happened. Shocker, I can't believe it. Man, I was ready to put down some fucking zombies. I guess I would have been a zombie, though. That would have been good. I've been walking around looking for brains and shit, attacking my neighbors at the cookout. God damn it. Oh well, I'm glad that didn't happen. And then on Beyond Parody, here's Junior Cocaine Boy. I followed the clip with Michael Flynn, you know, former 3-4-star general, whatever the fuck he is, Michael Flynn, reached the apex of the U.S. military, and he's clearly a completely fucking mentally deranged bozo. Lowest IQ, bottom of the barrel motherfucker in the goddamn world, Michael Flynn. So here is Junior demonizing the military and claiming that, hey, with this new woke military, I bet anybody can become a general now. I bet all you have to do is say you're trans and they'll make you a general. Because, you know, that's real life. When, I mean, if you pay attention, you didn't have to be all that intelligent or savvy to be a general to begin with, apparently. But anyway, let's listen to this joke of a human being explain it to us.
Worst time spent ever for, by, again, probably a militant female who, will be an admiral or a general for no other reason other than they're probably female. And again, I'll get canceled for saying that, sure. But like, I have a feeling if you're joining the military these days, like, if you check those boxes, if you could say, hey, I'm trans, like, general, like, general. So they can say they're doing it, and it's insane, and like worst
insane,
times.
Folks, they're insane. for doing this thing that I made up and it's not actually happening. So insane. All this insane stuff that I am just pretending exists. Aren't they the crazy ones? Definitely. And speaking of crazy, here's a right-wing radio host, incredibly popular right-wing radio host, Stu Peters, who apparently is a flat earther? Sure, okay, I'll allow it. Seems legit. So he posted this meme. Which makes more sense to you? Okay, let's see which makes more sense to me. First off, the Tower of Babel. Which makes more sense? Well, to me, it makes more sense that it didn't happen. It's in a book of fairy tales that is taught to idiots to con them out of their money and make them stupid sheep followers. But anyway, does it make more sense that the Tower of Babel was on a round earth where it could just poke out of the atmosphere? Or that God was mad because the Tower of Babel was going to hit the dome covering the flat earth? Obviously, that makes sense. Does it make more sense that a bottomless pit, which doesn't actually exist, what the fuck you talking about? Does it make more sense the bottomless pit would be in a round earth? Or there would be one in a flat earth. It would be going on forever underneath the flat earth. That's just logic and reason. Jacob's ladder, which didn't happen. Would it be on a round earth going up into nothing? Or would God be mad because it's going up to the firmament around the flat earth? Just makes sense to me. Tree fills the earth. Remember when a tree filled the whole earth? Of course you do, because that happened. Does it make sense that a tree filled the whole earth? It was round? No, it could only fill the whole earth. It was flat and in a dome, you stupid fucking idiots. So, and then it says Jesus ascends and descends. How is Jesus going to ascend if the earth is round, okay? He would just be going up into space. He's obviously going up into the dome, covering the flat earth, heathens. So you guys are so stupid. Why don't you believe the truth like this guy does? And then, all beyond parody. This is so stupid. It's conservative mentality. Hitler called somebody evil. You're evil, he says to Jews. But Biden also said somebody was evil, talking about MAGA people. So, same thing. Same thing. Basically, if you call somebody evil, you're Hitler. That's just logic. I mean, yeah, you call a rapist evil? Hitler called people evil. I dare you say somebody's evil. You're all Hitler for believing certain people are bad. That's just reasonable, says Ben Garrison. And speaking of Ben Garrison, apparently it's super pussy if you buy an electric car these days. It's the transitioning. You got to be super tough and have a muscle car, fossil fuels, and they can't even leave the poor electric cars alone. They even bullying cars now. You'll never be a real car. What the fuck? They real cars. They get you from A to Z. And also, this don't even make no goddamn sense. First off, the charging station is closed due to a power outage, but the gasoline pumps work on electricity. What you talking about, Willis? It all works on electricity. None of it makes any sense, but that's conservatism in a nutshell. Cruelty is the point. It's not supposed to make sense. It's just supposed to be mean and ugly. That's what their crew supports. And Steve Bannon wants you guys to know that in today's economy, $1 is not even enough to buy 2 pieces of bread. And I'm like, has Steve Bannon ever been to the grocery store before? Because at Walmart, they got a whole fucking loaf for 99 cents. Now, it's the cheap Walmart stuff. It got holes in it, but you can buy it for $1. Way to tell on yourself, Steve Bannon. Got other people shopping for his groceries and shit. He got that Trump syndrome. And can't get much more beyond parody than Alan West. This guy is like 70. Imagine being 70 and still LARPing like this. He says, it's official. I have been invested in the sovereign military order of the Temple of Jerusalem, Knights Templar. I took an oath to protect the Christians in the Holy Land. Oh, super cool. So you took an oath to do nothing? To wear a silly fucking costume and pretend like you're important? Virtue signaling. That's what this is. Goofy. You are a goof. And then Apparently, they had a super secret screening of the new anti-Biden movie called My Son Hunter. I've been showing you guys clips of it, but you know, the Hollywood elite, they're so oppressed and scared that they have to hide for fear that they can't get work anymore in Hollywood because they're conservative. Some of Hollywood's politically conservative insiders, a small group in famously liberal Tinseltown, gathered Wednesday for a secret invitation-only screening of My Son Hunter, a film that promotes the accusation that President Joe Biden profited from his son's allegedly dubious dealings with foreign power. And they're like, I don't believe any voice should be held down in America, as the left is doing. No, what you mean is, you believe you should be able to say and do whatever you want to without any criticism. You think that you're above other people using their First Amendment free speech to tell you what they think about you. You want your little safe spaces where you are not held accountable for anything. But suck it up, Buttercup, because that's not the world you live in. You can say whatever the fuck you want to. You can make whatever stupid goddamn movie you want to, and we can make fun of you about it. We don't have to hire you because of it. We can do whatever the fuck we want, because that's freedom, fuckos. Learn to love it. And this was said by Robert Davi, who apparently was the director of this movie. And I looked up to see who this guy is. And this guy in all kinds of stuff, he's famous. Remember this guy? This guy's the one who's responsible for the movie. And this guy is so oppressed. He's a conservative in Hollywood, and he's so oppressed. He's getting a ton of work. What's that? He's got like 10 projects lined up between now and 2027. And 2022 alone, he was in 4 different movies. In 2021, he was in like 8 movies. This dude gets work out the fucking ass. What you talking about? You lying motherfucker. You ain't being punished for being conservative. I wish I could be punished by this. Where are my movie roles? You guys so stupid. You always got to play the victim all the fucking time. It's ridiculous. And then, yeah, I know they're B-grade movies, but he's still getting work, making more money than I am. And then they always worship the worst among us. Bullies. Losers. Assholes. Just the worst among us. Case in point, Alex Jones. I was taught my whole life, like growing up, this is not the kind of person you want to be. You don't want to be a bully. You don't want to be an asshole. You want to listen to other people talk to you and treat them with respect. And, you know, if you are confident in your positions, then you can take questions and you can answer back. You can debate. You don't feel the need to talk over, to make fun of people. But this is exactly what Alex Jones does. So here he is being asked a few tough questions by a French journalist. And here's how he responds.
Yeah, you're done. You're full of crap.
What? I am what? I am what?
You're full of crap. Want to fight? You're a big tough guy?
Fight.
That's a joke. It's a joke.
Is this a joke?
Hey, what I'm telling you is...
Honestly, okay. The interview was supposed to
I
have been waiting here. No one said. So you do not want to answer our questions, that's okay. No one, and we will go.
No one said.
No one said. No one said.
If it wasn't for us, you'd have been under German control.
If it was, what, sir?
It wasn't for America, you'd been under German control. Now you're under EU control.
Okay. I've never seen that. We came here. We're supposed to do.
We came here to give you the vision of George Soros, and now you're mad.
Okay, well, we're done. We are?
Yeah, we're done. Because you want to just regurgitate BS.
Brilliant, so, okay.
Have fun in your Islamic caliphate.
Wow, mon Dieu.
With all the cars burning.
God, roly-poly Alex Jones, dude. Eat a fucking salad. What the hell? There's a whole clip of basically him just making fun of the guy for being French because he's a fucking coward who can't answer goddamn questions. Another example of this, apparently he was on Channel 5 News. They did an interview with him. And asked him about the Sandy Hook case that he's involved in. These are the same people that continuously tell us, take responsibility. If you do something wrong, take responsibility for it. Admit your wrongdoings. Make it right. That's what makes you a real man. Yet everybody they support behaves the exact opposite, which is why you never listen to a goddamn word a conservative says. Their words don't mean fucking anything. Here he is, asked about it, and of course, he's going to have to try to play the victim. He goes nuts and tries to pretend like people are accusing him of murdering the Sandy Hook children, when literally all anybody's asking him for is take responsibility. You got out there, you lied about what happened. You amped up the crazy people who listen to you and believe you're telling the truth. They went out and they harassed these families, these grieving families whose kids just died, made their lives living hell. All we want is for you to take responsibility for what you did. But they never do. Instead, this is how he responded.
Responsible for what happened to the Sandy Hook families.
Yes, I killed the children.
But beyond that,
I went in that school, I pulled a gun out, and I shot every one of them myself. I mean, I'm guilty. It's true.
No, but I mean,
no. Let's just. Do I feel responsible that someone that played shoot 'em up video games on a bunch of drugs went and killed a bunch of kids, and then the internet questioned it, and I covered that? No, I don't feel responsible, and I don't apologize anymore. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
When did you apologize?
I don't apologize. I killed the kids.
Was there a definitive?
No, I killed them. I killed him.
You didn't kill him.
No, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, everybody said no. I killed him. I killed him. I already admitted I did it. I killed him.
Did you sit
I'm
on
the bad guy. I'm the devil. Get rid of the First Amendment. Can we move on to other topics?
I don't think.
I killed him. First Amendment killed him. Get rid of the Second Amendment. Get rid of the First Amendment. They're bad. They killed the kids too. George Washington killed him. Jesus killed him. We should rename the whole planet Sandy Hook. Everything. There should be holidays. We should bow 5 times a day to New Haven, Connecticut for the kids that died. Every American's to blame. Every gun owner's to blame. I'm to blame. We're all guilty. To Bloomberg and Soros. Turn our guns in. Turn our guns in. I know. I did it. I killed them. I killed them. I killed them. I know. I killed them. So I'm done talking about it. Okay. I killed them. Okay, go ahead.
Can we talk about the trial at all?
There's nothing to talk about. Let me tell you, I don't know if I can do this interview right now.
Coward, chicken shit. There's your big manly man. So alpha, isn't he? Conservatives. This your boy, conservatives? This your boy?
I don't think you should keep doing that.
What?
Pussy ass bitches, what you
Dude,
are.
I murdered those children. I did. I killed them myself.
Still not a funny thing to say. Yeah, I get the point, but it's just like, fuck, man.
Fuck it, I don't give a fuck, dude. Right. I'm far beyond giving a fuck right now.
I understand.
I mean, you want to fucking take me out, right?
It's absolutely ridiculous. Never take responsibility. Always got to play the victim. Every fucking time. And it can't be a Beyond Parody, folks, without Jordan Peterson, Dr. Kermit here, and holy shit, this guy just gets more unhinged by the fucking day. So, he posted some transphobic bullshit about Elliot Page, and he had the post removed. All he had to do was delete it, and then he could get his account back, but he refused to do that. He would rather die than delete it, and then he deleted it, and then he posted it again so he could get deleted again. That's what he wanted. He got a bunch of press for getting deleted the first time, and he's a shameless fucking con man, so he's like, hey, if I delete it and then repost it and get deleted again, I can double dip on it. I can make another video about how oppressed I am, about how I'm the victim here. And, like, I just don't, like, I know there has to be a Jordan Peterson fan out there watching me, but how do you watch this and not just feel immense embarrassment for looking up to this person who is so amazingly ridiculous and silly? Look how serious he takes the most stupid bullshit. Twitter is nothing. Watch this stupid dumbass shit.
I have, frankly, found it a relief to be banished from the Twitter world.
Snowflakes.
The anonymous trolls, psychopaths, narcissists, and Machiavellians allowed by your own inconsistent and psychologically inappropriate rules make operating there on any scale frustrating and anger-provoking beyond tolerance. The fact that you so casually enable that tiny minority of cowardly anonymous people who have nothing better to do than cause trouble by generating and promulgating the kind of derisive, contemptuous, LOL, LMFAO, bro, brah, dude comments that would get anyone who dared utter even one of them in person to their targets immediately punched.
Imagine posting this. Seriously. Imagine being this guy. And then also he gonna play the tough guy. Like this guy. This buck-05, rail-thin wuss who a stiff breeze would blow over is gonna punch somebody because of shit they said to him. No, you're not, Jordan Peterson. I'll tell you what, Jordan. I challenge you to a fight. I've never had a physical fight in my entire adult life. Never. Not one. I am not tough. But you are the weakest. I don't want to say, I'm trying to limit what I say because I don't want to say things that are gendered slurs. But anyway, let's go ahead.
Contemptuous, LOL, LMFAO, bro, brah, dude comments that would get anyone
so weak
who dared utter even one of them in person to their targets immediately punched.
Holy shit, this is so wild. Now, you guys know me. I have been harassed mercilessly on Twitter. Hell, Shoe on Head, who's like, her whole persona on the internet is the mean girl. She literally would put out videos where she would give the Twitter accounts of black feminists so that her entire hundreds of thousands of people that follow her would go harass them. Well, she did the same thing to me. She didn't like the fact that I called her out for supporting Lauren Southern white supremacy. She didn't like that I called her out for calling Leslie Jones ugly gorilla, racist bullshit. So she sent her mob after me on Twitter. I got harassed mercilessly. They even had my account that I built up for 10 years. I was very proud of it. Took a lot of work, built that account. They had it permanently banned. You know what I did? I created another one and came right back because who gives a fuck? It's Twitter. What's wrong with you? How are you this weak? How are you this soft? And why would anybody follow you? Just amazing.
In that mocking, cowardly, self-aggrandizing face means that your platform represents a signal threat to the integrity of the discourse upon which the stability of your country and the mental health of its youth depend.
So ridiculous, so sad. And you're right, I did say I would stab somebody for punching me, but not like if we were agreed to a fist fight ahead of time, which I would never do except for in this very rare case. But yeah, if you physically attack me, stabby. I don't go for fucking that. Hell nah, don't put your hands on me. There is a penalty to pay for that shit. And all right, that is my Beyond Parody. Let's see what you guys got to say in the chat. Because they need a daddy. I know I need somebody to teach me how to live. I have no idea. He's such a genius. He told me that I'm supposed to be trying to improve my life slightly. I really needed somebody to tell me that. He told me I'm not supposed to lie and I'm supposed to be a decent human being. Oh my God. Earth-shattering stuff. I've never heard this before in every movie I've ever watched. Just ridiculous. Agreed, cringe. I love fighting. I like watching people fight on like UFC and shit that are getting paid for it. Otherwise, it's silly. The weakest lobster. You are the weakest lobster. Goodbye. I know. I can't believe they said LOL and LMFAO and dude and bro. That just shatters me. I got to take another handful of benzos and get Russians to put me in a coma again. I am the conservative thought leader. I am your daddy. They're just so ridiculous. Just how are you not embarrassed to be Republican? It's crazy. And all right, last chance to get to your super chats. We got one more section. A little something I like to call Slow News Week. Slow News Week with Dusty Smith. Yeah! Nailed it. And first up, this is Slow News Week. Did you guys see this one? So, rumor has it, wink, that apparently, wink, notice I'm winking, Marjorie Taylor Greene, wink, was on an episode, the first season of American Idol. This went super viral this week. And apparently she used a different name, but it's obviously her, wink. And she sounds totally different, doesn't have the Southern accent. This is real. Let's have a look.
My name is Stephanie Sugarman. I'm from Altaloma, California. My biggest worry right now is telling my work how I'm gonna miss Monday. Calling sick. Sorry, boss.
Now it's time for our energetic dancer, Stephanie Sugarman. Let's hope her boss isn't watching.
How are you? Great. Good. Okay, what do you do?
I just realized that if I play this, they're going to copyright me. So anyway, gets up there and doesn't do well. And then she goes back. She says, I'm so awesome. Why did they accept me? And she walks back in there and she demands that they accept her. And they tell her no. And obviously, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene. But it's not, folks. It's just somebody that looks sort of like her. They found out who this woman is. It's not Marjorie Taylor Greene. So funny, but not real at all. And then on Slow News, we just go, yeah. Oh yeah, folks, this is some heartwarming bullshit. Kinda, until you think about it. Australia's oldest man, 110. That's old. And he still worries about being useful and helping other living beings. He knits tiny sweaters for injured penguins. And like, this seems like it's nice and everything at first. But the penguins are like, oh my God, this is so scratchy. I want to feel ice on my nipples as I slide across the ground. What the fuck is this shit? So I don't know. I think he hates them. That is my take on this. And it's an amazing take. And then, I've been telling you guys forever that fireworks shows were someday going to be a thing of the past. I've been talking about this shit for years, predicted this, and shocking, I'm right again, folks. They're getting really good at this stuff. Fireworks can no longer compete with how good these drone shows are. Super cool. Never going to a fireworks show again. Drone shows, only thing I'm interested in from now on. And this is just the start. They're going to get better and better and better and better. Gonna see some really badass shit in the not too distant future, folks. They're going to get smaller, closer together. It'll be like each show's will be a pixel in the sky. Yeah, it takes a lot of money, but they're reusable, unlike fireworks, so they can just do the shows all over the country and travel and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And then, is there any more dramatic dog breed than a husky? This motherfucker should get some kind of acting job. So here this dog is, smelling stinky fruit durian for the first time, and I never smelled this, but this shit must stink. Here he is, and he's like, what? What the fuck was that? What did you do to me? What did you do to me? One more time. He's like, can I have a bite? He's like, that smells, oh my God, it's in my nose. Am I dying? Somebody call an ambulance. Super cute. And I got one more for you, folks. It's a Karen video, but it's only one Karen video tonight, so I'm not going to play the Karen intro. We're just going to play this on the Slow News video. Yeah, so this is the best way to handle a Karen, folks. This should be the playbook that everyone who encounters a Karen should use. Ignore them. Don't give them the satisfaction of even acknowledging their stupidity.
But finish my sandwich.
No, I don't finish because you need to respect me.
Well, you need to respect your customers. And I will tell them you don't respect your customers.
Hell, a bitch.
Would you finish my sandwich?
A cold cut trio. A cold cut trio.
Skip you. Next. No sandwich for you. Good day. She don't know do herself. Can't believe it's
Finish my sandwich.
No, you don't get no sandwich.
All right, you're going to be reported. That's for sure. Call your supervisor right now.
Hell no.
Please call her right now.
Nope.
You wanted to call her a while ago. Call her now.
Nope.
I'd like to talk to her.
Try about it, bitch.
What kind of toast? Toasted. Toasted, no cheese. Toasted.
I'm sorry, what? What kind of toast? Ham. I have 3 orders actually. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Defeated. Slink it out. Yeah, maybe treat people with respect next time, Karen. That's what you get. Love to see it. Everybody treat them like that. And this reminds me of something happened to me, folks. Now, I'm going to tell you this story. I am not getting any money from Subway to tell you this story. This is just telling you about my life. So, I got sent an email. I guess Subway sent an email to everybody who is signed up on their website. It was like, hey, if you give us $15, you get a Subway half-price pass where you can buy one Subway sandwich every single day for half price. And I was like, what? That's a great deal, because you remember, like, they used to have $5 foot longs. Remember that? But now Subway expensive as fuck. A tuna foot long is like $9 plus tax. It's like a $10 foot long. It's expensive these days. So, like, I get half price for 30 days for $15. All I got to buy, like, 3 Subway sandwiches, and it pays for itself. Like, hell yeah, sign me up. So I bought this pass, and it's the 6th today. I've only used it 3 times out of the 30 days. So I'm basically losing money. I'm losing $5 every day. I don't get a Subway footlong. So I got to get fucking busy. Quit losing goddamn money at the Subway. Got to eat Subway every single day now for the next month. Make sure I get my money's worth. Fuck you, Subway. I'll teach you to give me a good deal. Exploit the shit out of that. All right, folks. That's my content. Let's read the super chats, and then I'll do a quick Q&A. If you've been out of the show, please hit the like button before you go. Appreciate it. D-Butts, heads up for Solar Flare Witness comment. All right. Maybe it'll cause the zombie apocalypse. Looking forward to that. Urban Moss, $10. I'm watching you on the can. All right. Take a good shit in honor of me. Hi, Dusty. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Hero. Joe Perry. What up, everybody? And welcome to Dust Buddies, EMFB. You're part of the cool kids now. You can become a Dust Buddy for $2.99 a month, and there's a button down there you click, and you get customized emojis. You should do it. Check your email. All right, I will check my email. I don't remember getting anything, but Ben Davis. Hey there, Dusty. Hey, Ben. My kid, Emma, had to be put to sleep last week. Well, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Had her for 10 years. That's kind of young for a cat, to be honest with you. Oh, she was a rescue. She's probably older than that then, right? So here's some money for your kiddies. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing okay. I know it's like losing a kid, and I do feel for you. But we're all in it together, man. Zachariah Schmidt. Funny how conservatives don't mention their first cancel culture, the Dixie Chicks. Same old Republican. Yeah, they've been canceling people for fucking ever, folks. They're just foolish. Their words don't mean anything. There's no reason to treat any conservative like they're acting in good faith or like you believe a word they're saying. Just call them out. I think you're a liar. I don't think you actually believe that. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I think you believe that. Check your emails. Our man Joe Perry sent the super chats to you. Thanks for another great Dusty show. All right, well, let me go ahead and read the super chats that I missed. That was nice of him. If he already sent that to me, move that over here. I don't want you guys to feel left out because I did tell you I would read all the super chats. And, all right, here we go. Let's see. MJ became a new Dust Buddy. Thank you for your service. Hey, thank you, MJ. Appreciate it. Parker Aguirre, my friend from Canada, said that they shut down the town and it happened in a rural part of that country. That no one knows why they did that. Yeah, I wonder what's going to come of that. Those 2 Canadians stabbing 10 people to death. That's a crazy story. Ben Davis, $20. Very generous. Thank you, Ben. Already read that. Had to be put to sleep. I read that already. Dusty, I work at the library, and I think me and my fellow employees will never bend for censorship at all. Well, they're going to defund you. You guys are the enemy now. Liz Husky, $2. Kiwi Farms is dead. Too bad Chris Chan is in jail. Like, I don't know anything about Chris Chan, but I do know Kiwi Farms was made specifically to make fun of Chris Chan. That's all that I know. Verum Terra, is that dude's one solution a final solution? It's always their one solution. $10 every mass. Got a tug in the Lord of the Ring movies. Do you remember what scene you climaxed at? No, I don't remember. I was only happy. It was 3D, though. I remember that. I paid extra for the 3D, but it was still fucking boring. $2 Canadian from Dan Surdick. 3-word chant. Yeah, I need to add that to the customized emojis. I added some new customized emojis for you motherfuckers. I did it. We got 3 new ones. We got a Dark Brandon one. We got a Beyond Parody one. And why is it not showing? It's because this motherfucking shit's all in the way. All right. Let's see. Boom. Here we go. We got a Dark Brandon, a Beyond Parody, and a shock face emoji. 3 new ones I add. You guys let me know if you want me to add new ones. I need like 11 more Dust Buddies to get one more Emojicon, but I can replace the old Emojicons with new Emojicons. So if you guys decide that we don't need some of the old ones and we need new ones to replace them with, let me know. I'm open to suggestion. The Twitter is called Project Evolution, Grinning Face with Sweat. All right, I'll check that out. Floyd Fluff and Stuff, $10. There was also Real Voter Fraud by Maggots. I already read that. I already read some of these. I guess I already read them all. I think I'm all caught up. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me finish out reading the rest of them. You're awesome, Dusty. Help the fur babies. I will. Thank you. Unadulterated Blue. You rock. Cuban 1972, $5. Dusty. Me and the people I work with. I already read that. Don't tolerate censorship. I don't blame you. Bob Hawk. Check your emails. All right, I did that. All right, I think I'm all caught up. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I sure appreciate everybody who sent in the super chats. And all right. Oop, didn't mean to show you guys that. Close that. All right, let's do a quick Q&A. Now is the time I usually tell you what I've been watching on my, there's no porn on here, let's see. I've been watching that movie Where the Crawdads Sing. It's about this girl who grew up in a swamp by herself and then she got accused of murder. It's not that very good. I don't really like it that much. Didn't even finish it. Sprung, it's a new show with that guy that's in everything. You know what I'm talking about, that dude. He's in it. Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power is pretty good. It's beautifully shot. Tales of the Walking Dead, don't care for it. Dateline Secrets Uncovered, murder shit. And QAnon, The Search for Q, episode 2, sucked, didn't like it. UFC, I watch all the UFCs, but don't pay for that shit. It's available like an hour after it's over for free, so fuck, what's his name, Dana White, can't stand that motherfucker. Chud ass bitch. And all right, Cult of Dusty, what internet news source do you use? Reddit, of course, and Twitter. As a vegan, what do you eat at the barbecue? No meat at all. I ate like a potato salad and beans and stuff. You're lying. Do you like the UFO wax seal? I don't have any idea what the hell you're talking about. Oh, yeah, I do. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I do like that. That's cool. Sorry, Parker. I didn't realize it was you that said that. Yeah, awesome. Parker sends me these awesome letters, and he has all these wax seals like Harry Potter and shit that he seals them with. It's pretty cool. I just sent you a new letter. I hope you get it soon. I appreciate it, Parker. I hope that when I say he, I hope your pronouns are he. I don't know. Parker is kind of a name that could go either way. I don't know. Cult of Dusty, do you like classic rock, folk, and rock, or are you picky about music? Nah, I like everything, man. My dad used to listen to all kinds of classic rock, so I grew up on that shit. I could belt it out. Every time I play Tappy and click on a pair of East towels, I hear a voice say, E. You should hear that. I sent you the chat you lost. I appreciate Joe Perry. Hero status. What internet? I already read that. Joe Perry has super chats. Cool. I only get a 6-inch sub when I go to Subway. Haven't been there in a while. It's expensive as shit. They've definitely increased their fucking prices at the Subway. Dusty, have you seen this guy, Noel Kassler, who used to be a showrunner on The Apprentice, talking about how Trump smells? It's grosser than gross. I have not seen that. I'll have to look that up. Yes, correct pronouns, but I just got some new stamps for my collection and to use, and the new ones might hit closer to home. All right, cool. Look forward to checking those out. What's the name of the sex class? And look, I don't know. Like, if you guys want to find any of the videos that I share from Reddit, my Reddit name is Cult of Dusty. Cult of Dusty, Cult of Dusty. Go to Cult of Dusty. Click on the, what is Cult of Dusty liked? What is he upvoted? That's what they call it there. They call it upvotes liked. What is he upvoted? And you can see everything I've shared for you guys in the show. And also the rest of it is on my Twitter at Cult of Dusty 1, Cult of Dusty 1, Cult of Dusty 1. Used to be Cult of Dusty, but Shoe on Heads fan base made sure that I had to use another one. So fuck them. I guess Taint Reeves wants to private take water thoughts. Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Maybe I'll talk about it on the next show. It's a long thing to get into, but fuck Taint Reeves. I might have to send you a custom wax seal with your logo. That would be awesome. Would love that. Thank you, Parker. I need to get some newer ones, but I don't know what to get. I don't know anything about that. That is out of my wheelhouse. So whatever you suggest is good. And all right, folks, that's my time. We did another 3-hour show. I'm going to start doing Wednesday shows because 3-hour shows, every show is getting out of hand. My show's supposed to be 2 hours at the most. So we'll see. Might start adding Wednesday show. No promises, but we'll see. If there's enough interest in that, I might do it. Thank you for everybody supporting the show tonight. You guys have been awesome. I really appreciate it. As always, I'll be back Friday for another episode of the greatest show in the history of mankind. So thank you. Does Taint Reeves know who you are? I would be very surprised if Taint Reeves knows who I am at all. Love the shit out of you guys. We'll see you on Friday. Have a good week out there. Let's play a little bit of, I don't know, something. You can listen to every single Dusty Smith show on my SoundCloud. Oh, yeah, also, I have a patron. You guys know how Patreon works? Link in the description of the video, my patron. Please become a patron. Please. Don't make me beg, because I will beg, and then you'll feel bad about how embarrassing it is that I begged. So, just do it. All right, let's play a song. One of my 4 songs on here. I need to make more music, folks. Quit being so lazy. All right, we're going to play Gonna Find Out. An original song by Dusty Smith. Good night, everybody. I love you.